there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes I am, yes I am. No evil eye, no crucifix, I never cross. Do all things through Christ, yes I can, yes I can. How you expect to keep the law but don't wanna be taught them? Awesome is he that left examples just for us to follow. I love my brethren, I abide in the light of the Father. Do is better, help your fella if he fall to sin. No greater love than laying down your life for a friend. Gather yourselves together, Jacob, this the latter days. If you enduring to the end, the saints shall be saved. We give them praise, and in Yahweh shall we keep the faith and store our riches in heaven until we reach the gates. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Am I my brother's keeper? That's a law, keep it legal. You are part of my nation, I look at you as an equal. Together make them retreat, divided then they may defeat our common enemy. They absorb itself as the eagle. They kill us at their leisure. Culture they gave us was lethal. We bear witness to their evil. Worst of all with Jim for visa. White Jesus what they feed us. They mentally enslave us, though they physically released us. Put spirits on our people. Together they on cold. Only thing I do admire, unity and brotherhood will make their kingdom soon expire. Zephaniah 2 and 1. That's what the Lord requires. Laws of faith, plus together ye your nation not desire. Final change.
I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber. I ain't changing on my brothers, Yahweh forbid. That's Malachium towards your Achium, don't suffer sin. I pray that y'all keep them grounded and protected by angels. It's the end times, and brotherhood is the final chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We keep this. Yeah. Yeah. We keep this feast where the Lord draws near, where the past still breathes and the truth rings clear. 11 bread, lamb, and bitter herbs on the plate.
Passover 2026. Hey, be here. Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather together, O nation not desired. There's nothing more beautiful than to gather with your brothers, sisters. We all got the same mind, same heart. We're going to love on each other. We're going to get some good word. Then we're going to get some good food. Hey, be here next year, 2027. Shalom.
Will still hate truth, will still fear man more than fear what's true. And Christ in the meaning, he the King of Kings, the unblemished lamb, the true offering. So we keep this feast with a humble mind, asking y'all purge what was left behind.
we keepin' Passover,
With the blood in view,
sons of thunder,
trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
Holding peace in place,
and mercy still moving.
through the house by grace. Yeah, yeah.
We have to take the royalhood back. That's why we're here. A new nation starts with the transformation of the people. And the transformation of the people starts with you.
But the Lord will still break what I own. We'll build, still bring all men low to their face.
You gotta stop sinning. The brother told you earlier, if you came in here the same sins that you had last year, okay, you're not getting in the ground. Okay? You gotta repent. Alright? Move on and get ready for the next battle. Satan ain't gonna leave you alone. The dragon is wrong. Alright? For those that keep the commandments of God.
Sons of thunder,
Trying to be made new.
pillars of rest,
Holding peace in place.
and mercy still moving.
Through the house by grace. Brotherhood is more.
These are the instructions from a father to a son, and it's alright. So he loved us enough not to keep it a secret for him and his boys. He taught it to us all. That's love. That's what we gotta do. We gotta stop this whole, I love Israel, but Israel is my camp. My love is reserved. My love ain't reserved for just SOT. I don't care what camp you're in. You an Israelite, what's up? You hungry? Thirsty?
Same God, same mercy, same word, still true. And when we rise from the table, let it live in the walk, in the way that we build, in the way that we talk. Cause the feast ain't full if it end in a song. And gotta live in the soul when the days move on.
As we sit here together to reenact this Last Supper that we about to do, that's what y'all excited for, Con. We about to reenact the Last Supper and give our reverence to Yahweh. We're not doing the Last Supper. Y'all think we're doing the Last Supper because we keep the commandments perfect? And we actually follow the law the way the Israelites was doing it in the BC days? That was the thing? No. We do these things to the best of our ability. Earnest. With all our whole soul, our whole heart, and our whole mind. That is the best of your ability.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Ashar, Shabbat. Shalom, everybody that's tuned in to another episode of the Bar for Bar. You see the title, we had to run it back. We had to run it back and finish up this episode, Courtship, The Righteous Choice, Part 2. Part 2 on the way, right? We hope everybody got their pens and papers and notepads. We're going to get into some of the intricate details of the courtship, right? We're gonna not to try to hold y'all. We're gonna not too long. Last week was what, 4 hours we did.
God, I don't.
But it's much needed information, right? It's much needed information. When we talking about building Israel, we talking about building a nation. This is what's needed because no one takes the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans serious. Hold on, let's bring this off the screen. They don't take us serious. They just gave our brother. Let me fix this up real quick. They just gave our brother 35 years. You understand me? 35 years. And his dad was talking, flip it out the mouth, right? Esau is talking, flip it out the mouth, as if he deserved that, right? Then you got another young brother unalived in the streets by Moab, scot-free. So what's being displayed is you could do anything to blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans and get away. There's no consequences for their life. There's no repercussions for them, for their life. Whatever you do, you can unalive them, you can send them to, you can throw them under the jail, doesn't matter. But it's always been that way. You shocked? Y'all shocked? They used to spray us down with water hose. They used to sick dogs on us. They used to lynch us and send postcards. You couldn't even walk on the same street. Their women would lie and say, if you whistled at them and get you unalived. We've always, this is nothing new. Blackface has always been in the media. They have always portrayed us as negative. When are we going to wake up, though? This ain't nothing new. This ain't a new era. This ain't a new people we dealing with. This ain't a new system. They're getting smarter, and guess what we're getting? Dumber, rocked to sleep.
Yep.
Because they throw so much information at you, you can't even process it all. So much stuff happening, you can't even process it all. But the courtship is the start and almost the foundation to getting us to have righteous families, so we can have righteous children, so we can get out of here righteously. That's what this is about. That's why we're doing lessons concerning marriage, courtship, families. Because that's the only way we're going to get out of here. Brotherhood. That's the only way we're leaving this place. If not, you might as well get comfortable. So classes like these are needed, man, because what's happening in society, man. I can't imagine when he had to, man, they gave him that verdict. He had to walk into that jail hole, man.
Salaki Adawan.
Feel for that young brother, man. We think all in my head, Charlotte is playing like 35. Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
They want to make sure he gets out. No record, clean record to he. They want to make sure he gets out when he's an old man. 40-something. Now that's not even old, but he's gonna be for his whole life down the drain. Yeah. Not even an old man, just throw his whole 20s and 30s down the drain. Go ahead,
just also the way that they portrayed the brother after he had got booked and processed, they shaved his head. Looked like he was wearing like sackcloth, like it was almost like a humiliation ritual. I don't know if that's something they do in Texas, but it was just bad, man. Also, I was hearing, I won't be too long, like the Andy Metcalf, was that his name? His first cousin is one of the wardens at the prison, and they're trying to, and that's something I heard recently as well. So it's just a lot going on, man. It's a lot. Building our nation is important. That's why this class is important as well. Segueing into the general's powerful lesson last night, man. So are you?
Yeah, and see for it. Yeah, we might have to do, Akim, a whole breakdown of it. We might have to sit down for like a week or two and decipher the entire case from start to finish. The people that's involved, the pictures they was taking with the judge, the 12 that judged the case. We might have to sit down and break all of that down and just show how this has been this way. It's been flawed. Since we got our votes, it's been flawed. We've been playing from behind. We have to break that down, man, because this is they talk about black fatigue. We have white fatigue. We tired of them.
Yes.
Right? But I don't want to get too carried away with that because it got me upset watching the general's class and Adwan Mai's class. See for when that got me upset, man. It's just and more, it's just all over social media. It's just upsetting, man. Definitely gotta pray for that brother. So we're gonna get into this class. Let's get a few quick announcements real quick. Right, don't forget to get you should already have a feast day calendar, but the feast that's coming up next is gonna be the 5th month, July 13th, right? New moon, and then we'll have in September 10th, right? Feast of Trumpets, blowing of the trumpets, Day of Atonement, and then Tabernacles, the Feast of Dedication. This year's already moving fast, man. If you look at this, we only have 4 major feasts left. Right? Tabernacles is a week long, dedication is a week long, but 4 left, right? And a few new moons left. All right, so make sure you getting the time off, you're taking advantage of this, because as you see, the days are getting short. So that means the brotherhood and the sisterhood needs to increase. Right, the righteousness needs to increase. Right. If you haven't already, make sure you tapped into the Patreon, man. SOT Patreon lineup, right? Captain's Corner's feast days, behind the scenes, resources, exclusive camps, debates, the tribal fitness, and the pillars of rest. Right. Patreon.com/SOT Israelites. If you haven't tapped in, man, make sure you tap into that, man. Brothers just put a lot of work in behind the scenes, right? Behind the scenes, it's a lot of work being done. Then we also, obviously, if you want to join the camp, I send a email to sotisraelites@gmail.com. Right? You dedicated, you want to do the work with SOT, right? You want to push the word, and you want to most importantly learn how to serve the Lord. That's what it's really about. We get caught up in pushing the word. Camps is really to show you how to serve the Lord.
That's right.
Christianity has been teaching us for many years. So the bringing out the word is a privilege. You should join the camp to learn how to serve the Lord. That's the point, to bring more righteousness around, not wickedness. And the same thing for our sisters, our pillars of rest, right? You should join the pillars of rest to learn how to serve the Lord, learn how to be a pillar of rest. And then with the bar for bar, guess what you're going to get? You know, the righteous choice. You're going to learn how to court, right? You're going to learn how to court and be intentional in the relationship process before the covenant, right? So this is going to be part 2. I hope y'all ready. We was having some good conversations. Hopefully we could bring them here. We was even having a little back and forth with brothers, right? All out of love, but hey, it's brothers have different ideas, but it's all for one point, right? To make sure that you're doing this as best as possible, because there's not really a right way. There's a lot of ways it's going to be done depending on person and personality, but we want to have a guide and a guideline to show, hey, you should follow these steps. You should be looking for this. You're going to get game from men, how men act. That's what we're here for. Then we talk to our ribs and our experiences with women. We're going to try to give the women perspective, right? To bring this together. But let's jump into this, Aki.
Hey, Salakia.
Go ahead, Cal.
Even with that, even if you're not in a position of courting, you should know from this class and from the previous class what to expect for your children.
Yeah.
And those that are seeking to court them. So these classes aren't just designed for those that are single and are trying to enter a phase to be married, but it's for the nation, it's for everybody. Mm-hmm. So take it and really examine, learn, and study it so you know what to expect when it's that time for your children.
Also, too, when we going through this too, when we talking about it offline, Akim, you know, it kind of puts you in a space to where you also evaluate your own marriage with some of the talking points that we have. Am I this person? Am I that person? I should change this way. I might have came into it that way. We really, so for the brothers and sisters that's married or ready, this also can be used as a reevaluation tool of self. And then your spouse, right? Because that's the first thing we talked about is that self. So we're gonna recap a little bit just to go back. We talked about, right, the choosing the spouse, right? First we went into self-examination, but then we went into choosing the spouse in the 4 pillars, right? Number 1, fear God, character, compatibility, and competency, right? Sirach told us, if thou wouldest to get a friend, you're gonna prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. So that's what we're gonna get into now. The credibility. Green flags, red flags. Are you ignoring them? Right? Do they have green flags? Do they fit your non-negotiables? Do they fit your lifestyle? You might be going into this courtship with children. Do they fit your children's lifestyle?
Right.
It's a lot of aspects of the courtship that we kind of paintbrush over because of lust. Aharon said in the back, there's a difference between lust and desire. He'll probably get into that later. He said some wise, right? So let's get right into it. So the pillar number 1 was fearing God, right? Character, compatibility, competency, and then we had character over chemistry, right? Then we had a few examples, but now we got to get into the details of this thing. Green flags, and this should have been over here. The StreamYard compacts it, so it may look like that. But when we send the link to y'all, it'll be in order. And red flags, right? Look for green flags. You want to look for consistency. Are they consistent in their actions? Humility, compatibility. Are y'all compatible? Is this individual humble? Or are they proud? Right? Do they repent if they did something wrong, whether it's in a courtship or just an action in general? Can they turn from that way? Are they teachable? Right? That means brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
Can the brother learn from other men, and can the sister learn from the person she's trying to court? Are they kind? Right? That's that due benevolence Paul talks about, being kind. Understand or notice, right? Nobody is perfect in this thing. But the green flags are to look for patterns, because your patterns are going to determine who you are. It's going to determine the character. But guess what can be hidden in these, or guess what could, how green flags can arise in a representative? We all know that person. Green flags show in that representative when you don't know this individual, you're getting to know them. You know, everyone has their best foot forward. So the consistency, the humility, the accountability, the repentance, teachable, right, and kindness, it'll be there. But you want to look for patterns, because guess what can't be hidden? Who they really are and their true intention. Red flag. You got to watch for this. Pride. Pride. Pride is the beginning of sin, and when one departs from God, Iraq told us. Sexual pressure. Sexual pressure. That's the, what you got on right now? Or you just got out the shower, FaceTime. You come to his house, you know, y'all supposed to be studying the Bible. You got the gray sweats on, give you that close hug, press up on you. He got his shirt off as soon as you answer the door. All right. Sis, you sending pictures. What you think about this skirt? Is it modest or not? You know, if you had to ask that question, it's probably not modest. Okay. You got the leg rose up a little bit. You showing your tattoo that you got in the world. The you got the tiger print, the paws going up the leg. You showing that in the picture too? Come on, sis. We know about you. Right? You coming over late night. We just gonna study the Bible. You get there, sis got the wine out, candles. The mood is set. And then it's the man's fault when he doesn't resist. But you made it unresistible. But you're still going off too. You should, Joseph resist.
Many times.
Many times. Many times. So why can't we resist? We men, we be saying this. What you wanted me to do? I just turn it down. If I turn it down, I'm that's like I'm GAY. Hold on, no, it's not. It's like you was trying to be righteous when you turned it down. Because if not, you just turned it into a marriage. So that sexual pleasure is heavy, right? Chronic dishonesty. Always lying. Right?
Always for no reason.
No reason. Habitual liar. No character about him. Hey, this one. We hear this on council all the time. Laziness. I didn't know he liked to play the game all day. Well, every time you called him, he was playing the game. Remember you used to enjoy watching him play the game? Remember that?
Yeah.
You used to enjoy sitting in the bed on your phone. He right there. You playing the game 8 hours. It's like a shift. Headset on. You used to enjoy that. Now the bills ain't getting paid. So he's still playing the game. It'd be a red flag, sis.
Yeah.
She has no ambition. She has no drive. She just kind of want to lynch off your money. Right? She don't like to clean up after herself. That's a little laziness. You got to be considering these things. These are red flags. A lot of times we'll look past these things because of lust. The main reason red flags get don't get looked at or don't get noticed is because of lust.
Right.
If you see that you want to basically have sex with this individual, and then what happens as soon as you do the act? All the red flags come to mind. I don't like this.
Yeah.
They become more apparent. Like, oh my god,
All right.
because you did the do already. Anger issues, right? That's a big one. This is always he's a lion in his own house. That's they always say that. So you never notice the pattern of anger. You never notice y'all ain't even in a rush nowhere. Y'all just going to the grocery store and somebody cut him off. This motherfucker. He got a little rage. He might have anger somewhere.
Yeah.
He got a little anger somewhere. Right? You got to be mindful of these things because this is who you're choosing. Anger issues for the sister. She's so snappy. Everything was always argumentative, but you just look past it. It was always argumentative. Right? But you started to look, you was looking past that for what? For the lust. You was waiting for that makeup sex. It's more fiery like that. And then you arguing right after. Hey, this is a big one. Hidden addictions. Hidden addictions. Right? Obviously, you have the alcoholics, the drugs. Right? Hey, brothers come into relationships, hidden addictions with pornography. Same thing for the sisters. Same thing for the sisters. We've heard the stories. That's why we can say the same thing for the sisters. Right? You gotta watch that. If you see on TV or I heard stories at work. He was there was I guess like a noise in the background. Can brothers hear that?
Y'all mute up and see if it goes away. I don't want to slug it.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe. Yeah. Right? You hear this all the time. I heard this at work. I didn't know that they was an alcoholic until 10 years in. Hello, you missed red flags there.
Yeah.
He was drinking every day. I just thought he just had a few shots. No. These are things you got to be mindful of. Secret sins. That's a big one. Like understanding what this individual struggles with. That's a conversation.
Salakia precept.
Go ahead, Op.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
So guess what that's saying? The secret sins are gonna come to light. Just wait on. That's the conversation during court. And what do you deal with? What is the last thing you fasted for? What's the last time? What have you been fasting for lately to get off your spirit? But you know what you're gonna get? My anger. Sis gonna say, my anger to be more in the spirit and read. They ain't gonna give you the real. To my mouth, to watch my mouth for a little bit. But if you listen as they talk, and this goes for men and women, eventually they'll reveal it. They'll give you little snippets of what they've been dealing with. And it's probably on a broader sense than they're gonna make it. Because why? You got this counterfeit representative spirit going on. And it's usually through lust. Right? Patterns matter more than promises. So the consistent patterns of an individual is going to be more important than I'll change my laziness. I promise you. All right. I won't ask for no more pictures. All right. I'm gonna stop lying. I'm gonna stop the addictions. Those are promises. See, a lot of us get married to the promise, not the pattern. But the pattern is what caused the divorce. Brothers, got anything on that?
So your green flags should be what attracts you to that person. That's the things that you see that made you want to be involved in that person. But your red flags, those have to be your non-negotiables. I'm not gonna compromise on these issues.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, in society, when we take relationships in the world, you tend to overlook the red flags because you're so enamored with the green ones.
Yeah.
And the green ones become heightened, and you love the green flags, and you compromise on those red ones. And when you compromise on those red ones, man, that's you setting yourself up, man.
Yeah. Hey, Cap, can you explain how we was talking about a non-negotiable? You don't have to go into an example, but explain that, because a lot of people don't understand, a non-negotiable. That might be new for some people.
So for me, a non-negotiable, it is exactly what it says.
Yeah.
It cannot be negotiated. It's not something that I'm willing to overlook. It's not something that I'm willing to suffer through. It's a non-negotiable. It's a point that I say stop. It's over. It's done. I can't move forward. I'm not going to pass go and collect $200. It's not happening. That non-negotiable, there's no talking about this, because that's my non-negotiable.
Okay.
If I start to negotiate, it's no longer a non-negotiable.
That is true.
Hey, Salaki Adawar,
Go ahead.
explain to the people like when you take into consideration that non-negotiable, like what part of like we spoke about before we went live, like what part before the courtship, during, after. I think that's important.
So y'all want to go with this right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, so this is what we were talking about in the back. And Salakia, this is the reason why we took so long. So for me, for the Kawashai, non-negotiables are character issues that I refuse to deal with. I'm not going to deal with it. The moment I see it, Salakia,
He done
it's
with
a wrap. It's over. It's no point in even having a conversation, because this is where I draw the line. So during my friendship stage with you is where I'm looking for my non-negotiables. And the reason why I say the friendship stage is because, as we said in part one, courting is intentional.
Yeah.
So I'm in this intending the end result, which is us being married. But during the friendship stage, and this is what a brother give me. I think is it 1 Corinthians chapter 7?
Yeah. What it say?
It says, it's good for a man not to touch a woman. Might be 2 Corinthians. Salaki.
And where it says, "I will, for I would that all men were even as I myself."
Count that one.
All right, so
Hold
look, that's
on.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse number 7.
Mhm.
For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man hath his proper gift of God, one after this manner, and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain,
Read verse 1.
this is the
Con,
book,
that's it. That's it.
all right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse number 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Con. So here, Paul is giving great advice. So during the friendship stage, every man and every woman has to understand one thing. You have to understand your non-negotiables. Sexual pleasure should be one of them. And in understanding that, and I will have to take it in the terms what Captain Aharon likes to go, is understanding where you get your dopamine from. So most women, their dopamine is heightened from physical touch. So every man knows that I can stroke a sister a certain way that will heighten her arousal.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can embrace her a certain way. Or a sister know that she can embrace a brother with the church hug, or she can do a full embrace. That full embrace is going to heighten dopamine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The same, you got to understand these things. So in a friendship stage, there has to be a point that I understand that us being friends, I'm not going to give you validation. Meaning there is nothing for you to gain from this relationship. Not sexually, not financially. There's nothing for you to gain. This is just a friendship. There's no touching involved. There's no exchange of money. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not buying your dinner. We can go out, you pay for you, and I'll pay for me. That's friendship. That's getting to know somebody. But when you allow a person to be able to gain from a friendship, now the facade comes in. But from a friendship where there's nothing to gain, you see the real person. Conversations then become real. In the first little bit of the conversation, you're gonna have those generic conversations. But as the friendship goes on and that person realizes, man, I can't, it's nothing I can get from this person, the veils start to drop. And you start to have conversation with the real person. And that's when the green flags start to show, and especially those red flags start to show. Because you'll start hearing conversation of, man, you remember when brother so-and-so, those backbiting conversations, because they didn't got comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be able to have a position where there's nothing to gain. When you're in that position, you can really see those red flags, man. You give that time. But when we're courting, I've already acknowledged that the red flags are non-existent. But in a friendship, when I see those red flags, it's no point of us courting. Because my red flag is a non-negotiable. I'm not courting you knowing you got my red flags, because I have already given in and compromised on my red flags at that point. So it's no longer a red flag.
No.
It's no longer a non-negotiable because I've already negotiated it. I've already said I'm willing to suffer it. And the moment you do that, you're gonna be suffering it for the rest of your life.
You'll be suffering the entire marriage. That's why you have to understand. That's why we needed a flag, understanding what are red flags and what are green. Obviously, there could be a plethora of green ones, and there could be even more red ones. But you gotta something you said so heavy too, the time. We don't give the friendship time.
Yep.
You want to court 1 month. I knew this person for 1 month. I want to be with him. But think about what you're saying. We met at Passover. We started courting the next new moon. That means in the span of a month, you've decided you're about to intentionally marry somebody in a month. Slow down. Slow it down. You haven't had time to evaluate.
That's right.
Because now you're trying to what Nakawasha is. Now I understand you. You're trying to avoid these conversations when we're like 6-9 months in the courting phase. Right. We're still talking about this kind of stuff.
Right.
We're still talking about my non-negotiables. But see, with time and with being patient, you had time to figure out the self-evaluation. What are your a lot of y'all don't even know your non-negotiable. You don't know them. You're just going into a relationship. If it works, it works. Nakawasha said this earlier. You're still going into the relationship with the Western mindset. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. You got to stop doing that. In the Western mind state, there's no intention behind it. Matter of fact, in the Western mind state, they basically tell you to be attracted to the red flags. That's why you like them. That's why you like her. And the green flags, he might be lame or she might be, too good. You know what I'm saying? They made it so backward for us. So that's why we had to harp on this slide and make this slide, because there has to be more intention when looking at the characteristics of a person and you're evaluating them to spend the rest of your life with. Can some different things pop up in the courtship and in the marriage? Of course, they can be addressed. But you have to understand what you're getting into is what Nakawasha is expressing. Let's got anything else, or we can get to the next one.
Hey, Salakia, I don't want just to add to that, right? Because I was sitting here at work. I was at work the other day, and just to talk specifically to the point you just brought out, we're dealing with this westernized mindset. It was a guy at work, and we was having these conversations at work, and he was like, "Man, she cold, so bro, you gotta press through it." Because I was talking to the young Hispanic brother, telling him like, "Hey, bro, leave that alone. That's if you feeling it more than her, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, she's not interested in you. Leave leave that alone, right?" And the other guy, he was sitting there like, "Nah, bro, you gotta press through." So I was like, "What, you wanna intentionally hurt yourself just to get a notch on your belt because she's bad?" Like, no, bro, she's showing you a red flag right now. It's in your face. You sitting here kind of upset, talking about you want to leave work because you're dealing with that. Bro, leave that alone, right? So, yes, we understand the reality that we live in. Nobody is perfect. Everybody got flaws, right? When it comes into having these conversations, when it comes to courting or even getting to the point where you decide to court, let alone the marriage, right? So when it comes to that, yes, you're going to instantly see some green flags, but the red flags are there to let you know, are you willing to deal with those things, even though they show this, that, and the third? They check all these boxes. You have to make a decision within yourself when it comes to your non-negotiables, when it comes to people not being perfect and having flaws. Are you willing to deal with that? Because a lot of times, if they're not showing that they're working on it, right, that comes to that pattern, right? That goes to the pattern. If they're not showing that they're working on it, then you don't have the power to change them.
Mm-mm.
I don't care what you do. You're not going to change that.
That's a fact. Hey, we about to talk about that next. Watch this. In a
Kind
couple
of the one.
we're about to talk about that next. So, all right. So the next slide says, watch them under pressure. Observe them. Not meaning you a hawk or an owl all over their back, nitpicking at every little thing, but you want to watch your potential spouse and see how they act under pressure. When they're angry, how do they act? Do they change? When they're stressed, how do they act? When they're embarrassed, when they're corrected, when they're tired. Why do we say watch these things? Because in a marriage, all of these things are unavoidable.
Yep.
When you get married to this individual, you're going to see them angry. You're going to see them stressed. You're going to see them embarrassed. They're going to have to be corrected and they're going to be tired. Pressure reveals character.
That's right.
When you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Even the Lord is going to watch you under pressure. Why would you not do this to the person you're courting? And that doesn't mean beat them up when they're angry. You don't know how to handle anger. You don't know how to handle stress. But you want to observe and see how they handle it. Do they get angry and lash out? Are they still like little boys and punch holes in the walls? Because they won't keep punching the wall. Trust me. They won't keep punching the wall. Sis, does she throw stuff and curse you out? Because she'll stop throwing stuff at the wall. And the cursing out will be very intentional for you. It'll be nitpicking and trying to hurt you, cutting you where it hurts. When they're stressed, do they completely shut down? Right? Do they not know how? Do they get all flustered and can't handle it? You want to watch them. These are things you might need to coach, talk about. And then, even then, are they able to have those conversations? Right? Corrected is a big one. Because guess what's going to happen in a marriage? You're going to have to correct each other. Yeah, sometimes you're going to be wrong. I know you don't want to listen to your wife, but sometimes you're going to be wrong. That's right. You're going to have to get corrected. Hey, sis, we know you was daddy's little princess and you was always right in his eyes. But guess what? Your husband might see the bad side. He's going to have to check you. Going to have to tell you, no, you're just going off. You got the spirits on you. You got the devil on you. You got Satan on you. He's going to have to say that to you. These are things you want to observe, right? Daniela, read that Ecclesiastes 27:5.
I don't want Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and verse 5. As the furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning.
So as the furnace proves the potter's vessel, right? That heat is going to prove it to see if it can hold and withstand. Hey, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. So your trials are going to determine your reasonings. So you want to be able to court long enough to see them under some pressure. You want to see them get angry. Right? How do you act when you're upset? Do you go for Mr. Nice Guy to you be and you slut and you hold? Do you turn into that person when you're angry? You was Mr. Nice Guy flowers and smooth and charming and nice. Then when you get angry, she's a bee and a whore. You ain't never called her that. When you angry, do you turn into that? Hey sister, you were broke. You go to telling him about himself. Do you turn into that person? These are things you want to act because it's inevitable for people Most people are creatures of habit. They say men are creatures of habit, but if you just watch the person, their characters, they have habits. If they get angry with someone and they lash out, eventually that could happen to you because that's who they are. If they consistently do that, that's who they are. They act when they tired with somebody else. That's how they're eventually gonna act with you. How they act when they get corrected by somebody else, eventually is inevitable. That's how they're gonna act when they get corrected by you. So you gotta pay attention. Go ahead, Cap.
Come on, hey. A good lesson to take from this, honestly, is that your composure is your credibility.
That's heavy.
As goes one, so goes the other. You know, because you could find yourself in a situation where you've had all these green flags or you've had displayed all these attributes and you lose your composure one time or a couple of times, and it will almost start to invalidate some of the things that you have done or have displayed. When honestly, that may not be who you truly are, but you lost your composure. So now it becomes second guessed. Or you could be in a situation where you are technically right or categorically right. However, but because you lost your composure in the communication or in that exchange, you're finding yourself have to apologize or backtrack instead of actually standing on what's black and white, right and wrong. You know what I mean? So with all of this, just focus on your composure and your reaction to disrespect. That's why the scriptures say, like, be angry and sin not. You know what I mean? You can be angry, something can offend you, but how you react 10 times out of 10 will almost supersede what you're reacting to, and it will honestly muddy the waters. And that goes for both men and women. The composure is your credibility.
Right. Give me Proverbs. Go ahead with your precept.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28.
That's the scripture I'm at on the screen now.
He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
That's right. You'll see if they have rule. When they're tired, do they have rule over their spirit still? Right? When they're corrected, when they're embarrassed, do they still have rule over their spirit? Are we saying this person is going to be perfect and never get angry and stressed and embarrassed? But how do they get through these things is the point.
Right. That's right.
Some people get stressed out and angry and shut completely down. Say nothing. Can you manage and deal with that? They don't want to communicate through it. They just sit and don't want to talk. These are things.
And people will use this. That's why they'll start to trigger you and try to say things to kind of get you off your square, so you know they don't have to deal with it, or so you can be kind of rocked off.
Yeah. Elon said, increased maturity is your ability to stay calm in uncertain circumstances.
Absolutely. There's a poem or a quote by Martin Luther King that's called "The Ultimate Measure of a Man," and it states that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy.
That's right.
Right. Watch him under pressure. Go ahead, Captain.
Self-control, man, is a big one, and Captain Yatham, put it in, man. A lot of people, they love toxicity, but to not have self-control, man, hey, that's a danger to that person and a danger to someone else. You know, if I can't control myself, how am I going to be around another person? Am I going to start throwing stuff? Am I going to be breaking walls, breaking doors? Am I going to be cussing people out? Am I going to become enraged? The scriptures say that furious anger was not made for men.
Right.
So what is it? When you see examples of people that don't have self-control, what is it? It's a spirit that's on them. You see, you look at a man that was in the tombs, cutting himself, breaking chains. No fetter could bound him. That man was not in his right mind. So when you see these things, you gotta consider. You can't be at a point where you're naive to what's going on. You gotta see it head on, recognize it, and call it out. And hey, that brother, he lacks self-control. Well, sis, she lacks self-control. She not ready. He not ready. Or even you gotta say within yourself, I'm not ready.
That's a good point too, huh?
Yeah. And to that point, hey, a lot of times what'll help you if you know that you're prone to losing self-control, honestly, if you take a second and look yourself in the mirror, just look at yourself, and then you could say, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm sad. Just express your emotion. And if you got time, say why. And just seeing yourself express it, seeing how you express it, getting it off, I'll tell you, the majority of the time that'll take yourself down a notch, and you'll be more cognizant of how your message is delivered, just because you seeing it first.
Right. Go to the next one. Now this is an interesting couple slides we have here. We're gonna call this. It's almost like the representative, but we called it the counterfeit. Discerning the counterfeit spirit. Right, there's a lot of counterfeit bitters going on out here, especially in that courting phase. Number one, the precept man or woman. We all know this individual. They know the scriptures. They're very, very spiritual, right? Very involved. They look apart as far as righteousness, but they lack the fruits. That is the main thing. So that's the brother that starts off, man. I want to read every night, study with you all the time, right? But they're doing that in the text messages, but when they get around, it's that touch they always doing. That's they rubbing up on that leg. They closing the Bible. What you think about? They want to talk eye to eye and intimacy. This is the courting phase, though. They want to study late night at nighttime. Let's read the scriptures over the phone at 11 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody reading. Right, give me Matthew 23. All right. And it's really that goes into hypocrisy. Scripture said, hypocrite shall not stand before the Lord. Same thing with the sister. Seemed like a good sister, man. She first at camp, first on the classes. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, family. She seems sweet. She always helping out. But she got that backbiting spirit, boy. You hear about it, and that's all she doing is talking about people. That's all she doing is murmuring, telling sisters why they don't need her. They don't need to be treated like that, and their husband ain't this. But she's unmarried. Right, you gotta be able to discern that person. That's a counterfeit spirit. That's not a proper spirit. They're walking in complete hypocrisy. Read verse 1.
Another one. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 1. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Right.
But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
See, a lot of brothers and sisters, especially in that courtship, they get what you want. You're saying, but you do not. So you appear righteous on the outside, but inwardly, like this Christ said, you're full of dead man's corpse, like a grave, because you got into the courtship and your lust took over. right? That spirit that truly on you is starting to manifest itself because you're not. It's a performance, and we got to get out of that spirit. That the counterfeit or that representative, that's a performance. You start to think about how you're gonna do things and perform. I ain't saying you can't be smooth and be nice and kind, but it's a performance to get what you want is the problem. And this is what brothers and sisters is falling. And now you've been courting for 2 months and y'all married now. And now down the line, that's it. There is no spiritual person no more. Yeah, the spiritual language is gone. Ain't no scriptures, nothing.
Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Hey, I remember when you read in the scriptures, man. Go to Matthew 26. Listen, man. People don't realize that what's in them is going to come out. It don't matter how you try to hide it. It's going. And it was funny is because I think of Peter, man. Peter, Matthew 26, start at verse 72.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, starting at verse 72. And again, he did
start at verse 71.
Verse 71. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him and said unto them that were there, this fellow was also with Jesus of Nazareth.
God, it's talking about Peter. Keep reading.
And again, he denied with an oath, I do not know the man.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while came unto him they that stood by and said to Peter, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee.
God, read the next verse.
Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew.
Man, so it don't matter how you put on a facade.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people tend to do is they put on a facade as if you're someone else. But even Peter, man, no matter how much Peter tried to deny, man, I wasn't with that man. I don't know that man. His speech betrayed him.
Yeah.
The way you conversate, hey, it's gonna come out because that's who you are. Hey, you a follower of Christ because I can tell from your speech.
Yeah.
And you a slickster because of your speech. It don't matter how you present yourself, how many scriptures you try to throw out there, how you tuck the Bible under your arm. Man, it don't matter your fringes and you broaden your phylacteries. Hey, it's still you're gonna be betrayed because what's in you, eventually it's gonna come out, and you can't deny it. You can't hide it. And the Most High, he got a way of just manifesting you. I mean, even just using the scriptures, man. I thought that was funny, man, because you will put on that facade, man, and we'll make ourselves appear to be, man, Mr. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But like Christ said, man, you full of dead men's bones, man.
Yeah. And that's the problem. We want to appear so righteously on the outside, and then you start to fall in love with potential or who you think this person is. And then who you think this person is got you out your drawers. Both parties. And now you're like, I didn't know you were like that. I didn't know you were like that. Because you didn't take the time to get to really know this person. So what we're trying to say with the counterfeit spirit is it'll show itself. Just give it time. The courtship is about time. Because you're going to have a lot of time to be married, but you'll only have about 2 years. And that's the super max to court. That's the super max. Most people 6 months.
Yeah.
So you have about 6 months to 2 years to figure this person out. then you have the rest of your life to, enjoy. But the courtship is but for a little time, so you won't get to know everything about an individual in 6 months to 2 years. You gotta let things transpire. All right, let's get the next one. Counterfeit number 2, the potential project. This is heavy too. I can fix them. The reason why this is a counterfeit is because you think this courtship is a project. You think this is a science experiment. You want to show forth your wisdom, that you're a counselor and wise, when most of the knowledge is probably going to come from the world. I can fix them. We said no. Potential is not character. And courtship is not rehabilitation.
That's right.
You're not putting this person through rehab to fix them. Their daddy issues, their mommy issues, their past relationships. That's not why you're courting this person, to fix them. You have to recognize that being courted. You're just always trying to fix me. And maybe you do need to be fixed. You're not getting away from that aspect. However, a person that's just trying to fix you that's going to be hard to deal with.
Yep.
It's going to be very hard to deal with. You got to recognize that. You got to recognize when you're just you're so enamored by their green flags that you're with this person only for their potential, who you think they can be. It's like I think one of the brothers said this. I think in the college shop you might have said is that brother that say, "Man, I'm gonna start this business, man. They got the blueprint for the business, man, but they never start the business." That's marrying potential. That's courting potential. They got this wonderful idea how it's gonna be, the house we gonna have, the children, how we gonna do it, the car we gonna buy. I'm not saying you shouldn't have those conversations and talk about those things, but are there actions precipitating these ideas?
Right.
Or is it a lot of lip service to get you or get what they want? I'm so I'm so submissive, and I was raised by both of my parents, and I'm just this great. I went to college. They got all these attributes. I cook, I clean, whatever you say, I want to listen. Okay. But then when you observing them, that's not actually who they are. Or you trying to fix the daddy issues. You going into the relationship not to marry your spouse, but you're looking for a dad because that's what you like. And we understand that happens in the Black, Latino, Native American culture and community, but that's not how you enter into a courtship. A lot of you brothers, you looking to marry your mom. This woman is not your mother.
Right.
Did you hear me, Ak? Did they hear me in the back?
Yeah. Say it again.
Say it again, Adawan.
It's not your mother, Ak. We know mommy babied you. She breastfed you till you was 13. That's not your spouse, though. Can she have attributes of your mother? That's probably why you got with her in the first place. We understand that. But she's not mommy. That's not who she is. She's not your mom. You can pick the clothes up. You can wash some dishes. She's not your mom to pick up after you. So that marrying potential is important. You gotta recognize what you're doing. I know brothers had some points, and I'll let them speak, and I'll get a few precepts and go to the next one. Brothers got anything?
Thanks a lot, Adawan. Can a brother give me y'all already know my favorite scripture, Proverbs 22:3.
Yeah.
Get out.
because this project, this potential project, man, yo, this can prevent you. Actually, the saying in the world, dodge a bullet. This can help you dodge a lot of bullets. Man. Read that out on.
Uh,
Go ahead, Daniel.
the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Salakia. So, Salakia. So, a man of wisdom who's aware of his surroundings, or a man that knows who he is dealing with, will recognize these flags that's letting him know this is a project. This is a broken person who haven't done anything to fix themselves, right? And instead of him coming into the situation and try to fix them, he said, yo, or come into a situation to try to fix her. No, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to dodge this bullet right here. Right? But what happened when you think you can press through and try to fix somebody? Keep going.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
The simple pass on and are punished. You come in and thinking that you got the power to change the whole world. And next thing you know, that hurt person end up hurting you. And you become the thing that you was trying to fix in that person. It happens all the time. You can't fix people. You can't take on a. You said what I don't want?
They gotta want to be fixed.
And most of the time,
yeah.
Nah, what you about to say?
Go ahead, Captain Slakia.
No, it's all good. It's all good, Adamon. I was just saying, like, yo, a lot of times with that, they don't want to be fixed. They've been holding on to that anger and bitterness from past trauma for so long. And you think you about to just come in and fix it? Because you said a few sweet words? Nah. It ain't happening, King. It ain't happening, Princess. Leave that project alone and pray and let the Most High deal with that. And you move on before you end up being destroyed and becoming that very person. All right, now you another one.
Hey,
Give me
Salaki,
Go ahead, Cap.
I think that's how a lot of abuse starts. You know, when sisters, a lot of sisters take on that rehabilitation mindset because they want to see the potential. They want to see all that. A lot of sisters in the world say, "I want to see the king in him." They have an imagination of what he could be if he would just do this. The whole time he knocking you upside your head, and you still trying to rehabilitate. You gotta be rehabilitated because now you gotta put some ice on your eye. But if you would stop trying to take on projects and really take the time to keep your non-negotiables non-negotiable, a lot of these things wouldn't happen. You know, and a lot of times we get into situations that are not conducive to us because we have certain mindsets, or we have certain ideas of what we think a person can become. That person is bad with money, and now you realize in 2 years from now he has a gambling problem. But you knew he had a problem with money a long time ago. Or you knew that sister had no shame before you got with her. You was attracted to her lewdness.
Aimlessness, yeah.
and now you trying to go out and you see the godly woman that she could become, but she still don't got no shame. So now what that does is it creates tension and problems, and it becomes a marriage that you resent. And this is why we're trying to get these inferences out so you can recognize them and recognize whether you are that person or you're dating that person, or you're trying to court that person.
You know this happens. You know this happens a lot when brothers and sisters try to date someone in the world. Not saying it can't happen. I've never seen it happen, but I'm not saying it can't happen. But the whole thing is you're taking on a project right now. You understand, right?
That's right.
That's what you're doing. And the project has to remain for the lifetime.
I'm gonna turn him into an Israelite.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn him. That's your project.
Oh man.
Turn him into an Israelite.
Can they go to First
Hey,
Corinthians?
Salaki, I don't know.
Hold on, Charlotte, you were saying what you said? Right?
Then they go to First Corinthians 7. You know, if that person is not unrighteous, right? The unbeliever, yeah. Can a brother give me Ecclesiastes 3:1? Salaki, Captain, are you?
No, you good, other one. I got you.
I think it's very important that we discuss timing. When is the best time to bring about your non-negotiables? I don't want to call Sham. Definitely understanding your point a little bit better now, because of what the future can hold in that courtship and in that marriage. It's not worth it if your non-negotiables are not being met. You're not gonna wake up one day and everything be fixed, because what's happening in the courtship is gonna translate to that marriage. You're gonna be miserable. Somebody read that for me, Baba Kashar, when they have it.
Count out of one. This is the book. You start at verse 1.
Count
out of one. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
That's right. So, Salakia. So there's a season, meaning this is timing. These questions, these non-negotiables that you ask before the courtship or during the friendship, when you meet the representative of the person that you're pursuing, those questions lead to other questions that may not be brought out in due time. It may be the representative you meet. When I say representative, that could be the person that initial attraction. That initial physical attraction is the representative. That's not necessarily the person that you may find that you're attracted to down the road in the courtship. So the timing of when you ask your questions and how diligent you are pursuing, observing that person, if they're receiving the information and they're trying to actively correct these things is important, man. The season, it's a season for everything. I
want to address this real quick. It's some people that actually care and try to be the light for people they love. It's one thing to be a light, and it's one thing to correct.
That's right.
So I don't know, but I think you're talking about what we're talking about, and we're talking about correct. So when you say light, I think you're referring to what we're talking about.
Right.
I want everybody to put this in perspective. Think about the person you loved the most when you came into the truth and you tried to teach them. What did they do? And when a lot of them rejected it. How did that alter the relationship? Then got a little shaky a little bit, like I can't even talk to grandma no more. That's all. You can't even really have conversations because you were so fresh, you didn't even know how to do it. That's the same thing you're doing when you take on a relationship outside of the truth. I am not saying it can't happen. I am not saying that. I'm saying you have to be careful on taking on a project, because your whole thing is now, hey, I got to teach her how to be an Israelite, which is good. You should want to teach her how to be an Israelite, but guess what? Guess what lines get blurred? Trying to teach her how to be an Israelite and trying to be with her.
Right.
Those lines can get blurred.
And Salakia, especially like I've seen it a lot of times on the woman's side, because as she's being taught, let's just say it's completely platonic, and as she's being taught how to be righteous, how to be a pillar of rest, how to be a wife, etc., if you're the closest person to her, she has a natural inclination to want to be that towards you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because some of it could be like seeking approval. from a teacher, like, okay, I am this, right? You see the change in me, right? You see how I've developed, right? And a lot of times that validation won't just come in word, but it'll come by you want them to now take you on as a husband. And so that's why you got to be very careful. Um, and I've seen it kind of turn into that because of the gray area.
Mhm.
And they have to, and the how lines get blurred with that is because they have to understand, well, hey, you teach a sexist marriage mostly in the world. That's how we're gonna get to know each other, is by having sex. That's what we do. So you're talking about we're gonna court and get to know your father, and then plus you adding on no birthdays, no big Christmas, no Valentine's Day, none of that stuff, right? So a lot of that stuff can get blurred, and you, right? You can fall into the trap. Well, hey man, she comes and she got the lingerie on, man. The hell with all the Israelite stuff, man. I want you tonight. And same thing for this brother. You courting a brother in the world, man. Yeah, baby. The Israelite stuff, I hear it. I'm glad you introduced me to those brothers and over there at the camp of Sons of Thunder. But listen, I want you tonight. All right.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is you gotta iron a lot of stuff out. And you want to be patient with that courting phase.
Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
I just want to make one thing clear. For the, not sure if that's the brother or sister, Kenneth Nan 6020. We're your brothers. We're not laughing at people's pain because we understand a lot of people came into the truth the same way some of us did, either already married or made bad choices in relationships that are just not conducive to their mental health. We understand that. It's not what we're laughing at. What we do laugh at is the thought process in going into courting this way.
Yes.
This is why we're teaching how to properly court or have friendships with brothers and sisters. We understand that some people are unequally yoked in marriages. You have a believer and an unbeliever, and it's tough. We understand that. Don't take this class as we're jumping on you. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it.
Right.
This is not an attack on anybody. This class is to educate our brothers and sisters on how to stop. Let me just say it frank.
Say it frank, please.
How to stop being niggas.
Yeah.
And how to stop being hoes. Perverting ourselves and then acting like it's okay when things go wrong and we separate. And now there's children involved that are hurt. And the ripple effect and the circle continues. That's what we're trying to prevent. So take this class for what the title is. The righteous choice. Courtship. That's what we teach, sis.
That's right.
Brother. I'm
So
not
lucky.
sure which one you are, but don't take this as an attack on you that we're laughing at somebody's pain.
We didn't even know your pain.
That's
why we said come to council. We'd love to talk to you, and
we'd love to talk to you.
I don't want Salakia.
Go ahead, officer.
Also, if I wanted to address the sister Shelley's comment as well, I see the general responded as well as Adonai Ma'ikaya. Shalom Adonai Yabashim Shabakatam. As far as we hope the best for the brother in this situation. If you've been following the Sons of Thunder ministry, we've been preaching and teaching diligently for over a year now as far as building a nation. This lesson has been put in about weeks, almost over a month in advance. I don't want. This lesson has been prepared for a while. It's my point. So it has nothing to do with whatever's going on in the nation right now. Again, we hope the best for the brother in this situation. And I yield there.
Hey, Salakia.
This is a big one too, Akim. I heard this too. When you I came into the truth, I had a brother tell me I'm better off getting a woman from the world and teach her.
Yeah, that's uphill battle, man. It's
tough, man.
It is possible.
Yeah.
But it comes with a lot. It's easier if she's already yoked.
That's right.
Because she might be in Christianity, she could be a Muslim, she could be an atheist. So you trying to iron all those things out, and if the Lord calls her to repent, He does. But if not, you've just went up this uphill battle, and then you're putting yourself in a risk to fall into that temptation every time because they're not in tune with that. They're doing the Israelite stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Let's be real. In the first couple months, they're doing the Israelite stuff because that's just what you like.
That's right.
Okay. I'll hear you. I'll hear you. Yeah. The ships and the boats. Yeah. Deuteronomy curses. Yeah. I want you though. That's what they there for.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets real. It's y'all done had children, and we 5 years in this thing. Oh, we're really not doing birthdays. You was serious. Yeah, I told you that. Now I want to do a birthday with my child. I want to do the cake. I want to invite the family. I want to put the cone on his head. I want to do it all.
No, you meant that.
But we're really not doing Christmas. I want to take the children over to Auntie house for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the trial, man. It's the trial. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, counterfeit number 3. This one was tricky. We had a long discussion on this slide here. The attractive fool. What do we mean by this? You are solely in this relationship because of attraction. That's your only thing you like about this person. You don't like that she can't read, he can't read, they bad with money. You don't like nothing else. You just, dang, she, bro, listen, look at her. She can't spell, she can't cook, she don't read, her card filthy. You don't, bruh. You don't care about nothing else. Sis, he got abs and muscles. You don't care that he aggressive and overly angry. You don't care about none of that. That's the attractive fool. You're only in this relationship because how this person looks. Beauty is fleeting. Comes and goes. Comes and goes. They could be fine. The brother could be handsome, sis. Until that problem arises, and you see how they deal with it. But listen to what we're saying. Physical attraction is a necessity, but not at the sake of wisdom. Look what Proverbs says. As a jewel of gold is in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. So she's beautiful, but she lacks wisdom. She lacks intelligence. She lacks problem solving. Actually, she's still worldly. He's still worldly, but he looked good though. That's your type. We're not saying you should not go for people that's attractive and that look good.
Salakia, precept.
Hey, all men understand this. It's good to have some tender to look upon.
All right.
And I think all women agree as well. So we're not saying that. But what we're saying is if you're in this relationship just for the sake of how good a person looks, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead, Charles.
Kind of I want to stay in Proverbs 11. Could a brother read? Let's start at the top, verse 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Read.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So,
as the other one was saying, obviously the physical attraction is gonna be there when you lay eyes upon that person. Is he or she pleasurable to look at? That's natural. It's nothing you can do to fight that or combat that feeling you have, right? But beyond that is their fruits. It's how they carry themselves in the best of days as well in the worst of days. You have to observe that. It can't be 80-20. It can't be 80% looks, 20% wisdom, 75% looks, and the other half is wisdom. I'm fleeting on my math right now, Salakia, but it has to be some balance, and the Lord does not like unbalance, man, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna reveal itself eventually. It's only a matter of time. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent point. Get the wisdom in Proverbs. Go to 31, and I think that's the last verse.
31 and 30.
Con.
This is the book of Proverbs. Oh, wait. I was over here. Still 11. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse number 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
And that was number one. That was number one of the pillars, the 4 pillars of courtship. Number one, they must fear God. They have to fear God. Because she could be beauty, but hey, Yatim said you'd be on the house, you'd be on the rooftop.
Yeah.
He could be handsome, sis. You'll be in the emergency room. So you're not solely going into the relationship of just physical. She's bad. Because guess what you do when you do that? Y'all will be sleeping together in about 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? We trying to just keep it real. Yeah. If it is solely off attraction, you're gonna sleep with this person. All men can attest to this. If it's solely off attraction, even women, I think, can attest to this. You'll be sleeping with this person in 4 to 5 months, and you'll look over and say she's not even that attractive.
Facts.
The glitter is gone.
Go ahead.
Hey, get before I jump off, I can't get 1 Samuel 25. And I think we'll start at verse 3.
Salakia. Go ahead, Cap.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 25, verse 3. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife Abigail. And she was a woman of good understanding and of a beautiful countenance.
Salakia.
Perfect.
Now, when you talking about beauty, this scripture teaches us that wisdom maketh a man's face to shine.
All right. Yeah.
So it changes the countenance. So beauty is subjective. The outward appearance of beauty, man, may be different from one man to the next. But look at what it says about Abigail. She was a woman of good understanding and of a beautiful countenance. It's not going into her body shape, because that don't mean nothing. Because eventually that shape gonna change. Man, them eyes gonna get bags. You know, that Coke bottle gonna turn to a keg. So it's gonna change. But look, hey, it's real. It is what it is, man.
That's for men and women. That's for men and women.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody not gonna stay that Coke bottle shape. You know, sometimes, man, you turn to a 40 ounce. You know, but it is what it is. That stuff is vain. But look at what it says about Abigail. She was a woman of good understanding and of a beautiful countenance. Now, a woman like that, hey, when a woman has a certain level of wisdom and can express herself, she knows how to have discretion. That's beautiful, man. That's more attractive in a lot of cases than just the outward appearance, because that's what, hey man, that's like bait to a man, because he sees how she carries herself. Think about how Abigail dealt with David. But look at the man that she was married to. Keep reading that verse.
But the man was churlish and evil in his doings, and he was Salaki, and he was of the house of Caleb.
Man, Nabal, hey, he was an Israelite, but he was churlish and he wasn't righteous in his doing. So you don't want to be in a position like this. So as you see, when the opportunity arose, hey, she got with the king. It is what it is. So you gotta understand, man, that beauty is not always, man, in them eyelids and her shape, man, but a lot of times it's in her wisdom, her countenance, how she carry herself, her discretion, and that's beauty.
Yeah.
And Salakia,
Go ahead.
a perfect precept for this, we brought it last week, is Sirach chapter 36, 22 and 23.
I got you, I'm already right there.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 36, verse 22. The beauty of a woman shares the countenance, and a man love nothing more. So like it, nothing better.
We're not saying completely disregard beauty, completely disregard physical attraction, because it's very, very important. Okay. However, that is not everything. It is not the most important thing. Okay. What's most important is wisdom, right? Keep going.
Verse 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
That was a perfect precept for Abigail, because the sister displayed that excellently, right? And that is the true ruby. That is the true riches that you're acquiring when you're acquiring a wise, righteous woman, right? So it shows that, you know what, you gotta have both, right?
Hey, so I like it.
Go ahead, Al.
Hey, can somebody give me Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4, and another brother give me 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17.
Which one you want first?
Hebrews.
All right.
Salakia. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, starting at verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
Salakia. Right there, right? I was listening to a brother like not too long ago on his podcast, and he made a very profound statement, right? He said that sex has to become sacred once again, right? The way we treat, or the idea of sex in our modern minds, we don't treat it like it's something of value, right? Which trickles down to the way we treat our bodies. We don't treat our bodies as something valued, right? That's why we sit here and destroy it with drugs. We sit here and destroy it with each other by running through each other, jumping from partner to partner, because we don't treat our bodies as something sacred. We don't treat sex as something sacred in the sight of the Most High, right? That's not in our mindset. That's why that's why the bed is defiled, right? Because as you keep on going, it tells you how the bed can become defiled by becoming whores out here, right? Can you read that 2 Corinthians 5:17 real quick?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, and verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
Right. So when you come into the knowledge of the truth and you begin to keep these commandments, you become to be transformed into that new creature, right? Those old ways of thinking, those old habits you had, they begin to fall off. Now you have the opportunity to take your newfound innocence and cherish it. That goes for both brothers and sisters. A lot of us coming to the truth, coming from the world. We've been in those streets, right? We done some things that we're not proud of when we look back, right? But now that we in this thing, and the reason for these classes, these last 2 weeks, right, is so that we can take this newfound innocence and we can cherish it. We can understand the value of what it means to be a virgin in the sight of the Most High. I know a lot of us not physical virgins, right? We've been out there, but we are a new creature in Christ. It's time to really take it's time to really take this innocence and understand that the value in it, man. Because if we don't, we're just doing the same thing when we was niggas out there in the world. You just put a costume on it. You just put fringes on them. That's it. Right? You know, a couple precepts now. That's it. You're no different. And guess what? We're going to continue to perpetuate single family homes, baby mama, baby daddy drama. You got past divorces on your record. You've been ran through. Now you 30 and you over. Ain't don't nobody want you. And this and that and the third, man. So it's time to really make sex sacred again. And it starts with understanding these classes and taking them serious, man. I yield with that. I don't want.
Because then you get caught up in this right here. All right. Came over. It's late now. Y'all sitting on the bed. Look what sis got on.
Yeah, man. It's 3 o'clock
It's
in the
over
morning.
with.
It's
That's
over.
the beauty. You done got caught by the beauty. You're done.
Salaki, I don't want.
Go ahead.
To get some context for this slide, like I think Soldier Judah made a comment in the chat about pursuing somebody that's in the world. So you see the brother on the left side has got his fringes, appears to be upright and righteous, and then you got the sister dressing more provocatively. So that's something that does happen. I think it's rare, like Adawan Yaquad was saying, but this is to set the scene for what's going on in this slide. How you?
Hey, even not even in the world, this how she came and answered the door for you.
Kind of don't want. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know.
Also,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Also, I mentioned we brought out Ecclesiastes 3 earlier, and timing, season for everything. It's got to be something on your mind that says, okay, at this time of the day, when is the most time the temptation can come about? It's a worldly proverb that nothing happens after a certain amount of time. Nothing good happens after a certain amount of time during the day. So if it's getting late at night or there's invitations to come to one of the others home, and what do you think is going to come about from that? Are you where are you reading? Is it Bible study? Like, what are you all going to be doing? What are you going to be talking about? What is the other going to be wearing? It's got to be. No, I'm leaving. We can talk tomorrow. It's late. Someone has to walk away. Somebody has to walk away. If that other person, loses respect for you in that matter, then maybe that's not the person. And maybe it's not the person right now. Maybe you can reconvene. But the important thing is you did not lay with each other. So you can walk away from that courtship or that. You can and not sin against God, man. That's the point of the courtship in general. It's to make sure that this person is compatible. And I know we'll go into that later. I get on one.
Or you got this one out where we about to study together, right? But we got the wine out. Go sit on the bed. Let's take a break. Sit on the bed a little bit.
The truth maker. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna make the truth come right out of both of y'all.
That's
Why
right.
we doing? What do we want right now?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the truth. You trying to break down the precepts? Yeah, sis looking dead in your eyes. Yeah, she kind of got a leg close to your leg.
Yeah. The body
How
language.
it go?
Body language, man. Yeah.
He leaned over with that intent. Yeah. Well, we've all been there.
Wine everywhere.
Crazy, man. That's why we doing these classes, man, because you have to avoid this, or y'all are going to become in the council. Yo, we laid together, and then you leave us no choice. Okay, now, well, Take it serious now. You're gonna leave us no choice, right? And but then year down the line, you know, you saying, I don't even want to build. That was a mistake. I don't want to. Right?
Kind
So you
of.
got to be mindful. Right? You got to be mindful of these things. Let's go to the next one. Right? Trying to fit number 4, the charmer. It's a lot of us brothers, but sisters got away with words too, though. Sisters know when they like a brother and want something, they know how to talk life into him. Men, you're gonna come with charm many ways to get her. But your charm is because of this. You're saying everything right. You promise everything, but you don't really want the relationship. You kind of playing with it. That's why you gotta watch actions, not speech.
Mm-hmm.
You just charming a sister, you just gaming a sister up. Come on, this ain't the world no more. Sis, this just your little friend boy toy. You know, y'all messing around in the waters, but ain't getting there. You like playing around. No, you gotta stop that. We gotta go ahead.
I want to bring out an account of Joseph, man.
Yeah, bring it up.
Let's go to I think it's Genesis 39 or 37.
39. Yeah.
Let's see how Joseph handled these temptations from an advance. And this can work in both ways. It can be the man giving advances to the sister as well, but this is just how this account goes. So we'll stick to that.
Bring it up.
Let's start at I'm gonna get to the point. Let's go
like
to
verse 7.
Let's start at verse 7.
Bring it up.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 7.
Read.
And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me.
Temptation. Go ahead and read.
But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand.
Read.
There is none greater in this house than I.
Salakia. Joseph says there's none greater than him in that house. What does he mean? He had all the power and authority to get away with what he wanted to do and conceal it, right? He's up underneath an Egyptian officer, so he has a lot of authority and influence. So he's saying that there's none under the power of me. I could get away with this thing if I choose. Let's see what he says. Read. Continue, read.
Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?
Salakia, Joseph says, what does the Lord say about this? That's what came to his mind in this moment. Because I would imagine, speaking as a man myself, his wife, this Egyptian officer might have been attractive. He's a man again. He might have been attracted to her. But his first thought was, what does the Lord say? How can I commit this wickedness and sin against my God? Sisters, you got to observe a man like that. Does he have godly discourse? Going back to Sirach 27, I think that's 11, I believe.
Yep.
Is his foundation when he falls or he stumbles? What does the Lord say? I'm dealing with lust. What does the scripture say about that? I'm dealing with financial instability. What does the scripture say about this? Is he going to counsel? Does he take heed to the counsel? Joseph is a perfect example of how to address a situation as it's happening and make the right decisions against your flesh and temptation in the moment as it's happening. That's what we have to work on. That's why courting is important. And I yield there. No, Salakia. Let's read verse 12. Salakia, read verse 12. Cap.
Verse 12. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
Joseph got up out of there, man. He ran up out of his clothes. You know what I mean? And that has a figurative meaning as well as a literal meaning. Sometimes you have to do that and walk away. Like, you know what, sis? Brother, sister, I'll call you later. It's a little late, or this is not something I want to deal with at this time. Let's talk about it later, and just literally leave. You know, it's got to be that way. You got to have that conversation, real conversations. Courtship is about talking, man. It's about having conversations that you don't want to have, so you don't have to have them 10 years from now when you're married, 15 years from now when you're married. You got children, they're growing up. That's the wrong time, man. And then you pass that on to your children as well. Those traits and those characteristics. Are you another one?
Because you know how hard it is to run away from this situation.
It's tough, man.
Boundaries.
It's tough.
Zero. Matter of fact, you might Joseph might have been the only one. All right.
It's tough, man.
You know how hard it is to run away from you the one set it up. Like it wasn't gonna happen. You know how hard it is to run away from this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you don't even want to run away from it. You rather do it and maybe even be in secret. But we're trying to avoid those things, right? So you don't have to move in secret. You don't have to have that guilt of, we did this too fast. You don't want to go and look how you start your marriage. Damn, we had sex too fast and we got suspended from the camp. Like, what the hell? That's how you start. That was a great way to start.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No, this should be a great matter of fact. You start off by, damn man, I got damn. You don't want to start like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start, man. We ready for this thing, man. We've been courting for a year and a half. We done talk with the families. Good. We having great conversation, man. We ready for the marriage. Yeah. I don't want. We ready for the marriage. We planning in 6 months. Here's the invitations. We can't wait for y'all to be there. That is totally different than man, you contemplate how you gonna say it. You gotta rather gonna ask the details and how it happened, bruh. Yeah. I don't even want to have this conversation with you. I don't want to ask you where and how.
Yeah.
You supposed to go on a honeymoon and come back. How was it? How was the vacation? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be more intentional. That's the purpose of this lesson. Be more intentional when you're doing this courting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Somebody said Salak. Let me go to the next one.
Hey, Salak Yadawan. Hey, can somebody give me Sirach chapter 12, verse 13?
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, starting at verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Like, what pity does you have once you already been bitten, King? Sis? You put the charm on and everything, and now you're laid down together. And guess what? In the sight of the Most High, either that's your husband and wife, or you sin. Right? So now, once the whole veil was removed after you tapped it, now you're looking at the real person. That's you for life. You got to deal with that for life.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't you come to counsel? Ain't no pity, and we ain't about to sit here and say, nah, y'all can go ahead and no, ain't no annulling nothing.
Yeah.
You laid down. The Most High said, if you lay down with a maid, that's your wife. Period. Right? Deuteronomy 22 says, yo, you laid the game down. Right? You enticed her. You did your 1-2, and now y'all dancing. It is what it is. It's too late.
Yeah.
Right? So don't come to counsel sitting here talking about, man, no. You knew, you just didn't care.
Yeah.
That's why. It ain't no you didn't know. You didn't care to know.
And that's the charm. We're getting
Mm-hmm.
falling in love with the charm that is making you take your clothes off. That's the charm. Yeah, he got me. Sis, he got me. I got her. That's how it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
you got to be more spiritual with that. You can't fall. Obviously, that's this. If he's charming to you or she's charming, that is good. But you can't allow. What we're saying is you can't allow these things to allow you to fall. Let's get the next one. We got one more counterfeit. This one's big too. The victim. The victim. Nothing is ever their fault. All right, this is hard person to be with. Okay, this is one of the hardest people to be with. Everyone else is the problem. Accountability is absent. This often predicts future marital conflicts. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
There has to be accountability. Both parties have to be able to say, my bad, Salaki, I was wrong. I need to fast and repent for that one. That's on me. You right there. You was right there. But a lot of us, you have that spirit. You got the point, the finger spirit. Watch that.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
That's humility, I think that should be a red flag for everyone. I don't care what your background is. If you're in the truth, you're in the world. If you have no humility, it's difficult to build with that, man. Because you're never gonna accept. You're never gonna accept when you're wrong, but you notice everyone else's faults.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So humility, that's a major red flag, man.
Yeah.
You're not in the spirit, man. You're not. It can't be.
Give me Proverbs 27 and 19. See if brothers can break this scripture down. Another brother, give me 28 and 13 in Proverbs.
I got a 28.
Read 29 first. 27 and 19. Salaki.
I don't know. I got it here. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 19, and it reads, "As in water face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man."
How do you break this down? It's been the KJV. How the KJV word stuff? How you saying? What does that mean? That's the Bring it out. What you think that mean?
From face value, no pun intended, I think this is talking about that man having a heart-to-heart conversation with himself, with that man in the mirror, dealing with him in that mirror, right? Coming to face with that man and addressing the issues and going forth and learning how to deal with that. That's how I was looking at it.
Exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. As you look down in the water and you see your reflection, so your heart is gonna reflect who you really are.
Yeah, that's good. I'm taking that one.
That's the mind. So we know the heart is the mind. As your mind is, so are you. Nothing's ever your fault. You get this one. Everybody know this person. I just call one little thing out about you. One. But now you done called 13 to God. I didn't even know. Where did this come from? It wasn't even that deep for me. I was just saying, like this could change. You did this, and I didn't really like it. I'm not mad, but I want to talk about it. But now it's victim. Hold on.
Yeah. When in reality, if they had those issues, they had ample opportunity to bring them up. They could have chosen any other time than when I'm now getting on you about something.
That's right. And you start courting people, you'll see that. You got to correct them, and it's never there for. What about when you did this? We never even talked about that. What about you? Or well, you did this. You started off like that. Hold on. Now give me the other Proverbs. It was 28.
28:13.
Bring that out.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 13. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper.
Right, and we're not even talking about sin. I'm just saying a fault here. If you cover your fault, you're not gonna prosper. You got to be able to take some correction. Even Proverbs says if you don't like correction, you're brutal. That's Proverbs 12:1. But then it goes on to say if you don't like correction, you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's Proverbs 15.
So the victim spirit doesn't like correction. How are you going to be in a long-term relationship with someone that doesn't like to be corrected? You won't. Or they'll take correction, but they always take it lightly. It's light to them, like, okay, I don't, or they don't, you know what? I don't really see what you're saying. I don't really understand what you're saying. They don't really get it, but you trying to show them, like, they say, I don't like this thing. That's hard to deal with. Read it again,
This book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 13. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper.
Read.
But whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
If you confess them, and hey, you know what? Let me evaluate myself. That's why I read the first scripture. That self-evaluation is going to be important. You got to be able to look yourself in the mirror. Gotta evaluate. Am I like that? Right? Are they right? Was I just arguing for nothing? Was I just arguing because I didn't want them to be right? Yo, sometimes we do that. So you need this conflict will show if this person will be able to take some correction. In the court phase, you got to be able to recognize that. Can they take some correction? We had a silly example. They curse a lot. You found out, hey, it was cool. They ain't really cursed that much. But now, down the road, she just flip it out the mouth. Oh, nigga this and F this and B this. God, she wasn't like that in the beginning, though. And you try to correct her on that, and well, you do this, and you hold on, sis. I just want you to stop cursing so much. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing for brothers. Women have those same experiences with brothers. Hey, you correct them on one thing, and they'll overtalk you, blame you. They're gonna blame you for their actions. Wait a minute, hold on now. Are you blaming me for what? Because you did this, I did this. Well, that's okay. Every reaction has an opposite and equal reaction, but you're still an adult.
Right.
You had to think about this action you made, and you thought that was the best choice. So we gotta thinking about these things when you're dealing with that court phase, man. Yeah, send an email. We probably could talk to you tomorrow, Lord willing.
Okay.
Send an email to the Rock. If you in here, see if the brother send an email for the sister. I think it's a brother, Kenneth, right? See if the brother send an email and we'll tap in with him, Lord willing.
He said he did.
Let me see.
Okay, fine. I'll praise you.
Go ahead now, y'all.
Hey, Salaki, can somebody give me Matthew chapter 7, starting at verse 1? Right? Because somebody who plays the victim, they always say this, oh, you can't judge me. Why are you judging me? I mean, well, I can't, at the end of the day, I can't judge you. In a sense, it's not condemning you. That's the problem. I'm not condemning you. I'm just trying to correct something that's causing maybe a rift between us, right? It's just loving, it's just correction and love, man. I just see that you can work on this a little bit. Boom, just like, yo, you can come at me and tell me. If there's something's going on, you see something I can fix, come at me and holler at me. Right? But we have to come together with this mindset, though. Can you read that?
Oh, you got it. You got it.
You got another one.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, starting at verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged.
Right. So the reason why he's saying judge not, so that you may not be judged, is this. Continue to read.
For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, Salakia, it shall be measured to you again.
So if I go and sit here and point out something that needs to be corrected, then guess what? I should be able to receive that same kind of correction. If somebody come to me and if my partner come to me and point something out, I should be able to receive it. Other than that, I should not be judging you. If I can't take correction, I should not be coming to you playing a victim. Why are you pointing out things about me? You got, bro, the Most High is trying to correct you through your husband, through your wife that love you, right? Continue to read.
Salakia, I don't want to drop it.
That's all good.
I got it for you, other one.
Bring it out.
Verse
Bring it
3. Verse 3. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Right. So if I'm sitting here trying to help you, we're just pointing out something small, right? Because I'm looking at it like, yo, when it comes to your mouth, when it comes to cussing, I look at it. I look at it as it's small, but it can become a big issue if it's not at least talked about, right? But I can't point that out and not receive the same judgment or the same correction. If you point something out to me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, damn, I gotta look back and be like, I gotta sit back, reflect on it. You're right. Other than that, why am I judging you? And I got a whole beam in my eye, right? A whole oak tree log in my eye. When I'm pointing out this little stub of yours, like, yo, wait a minute, I can't do that, right? Continue to read.
Come. Thou hypocrite. Oh,
I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite if I can't take correction. You're a hypocrite if you can't take correction. Right? So when it comes to giving out and receiving correction, it has to have its place, right? But we have to understand how we supposed to go about it because there's a correction that's not righteous. You just a correct monster, right? It's just like somebody who's very they're very in touch with punctuation, right? Like when I read somebody's writing, I can sit there and read it and I can sit there and point out certain flaws in it. Okay, they should have used a semicolon instead of a colon there. They should have used a comma or instead of a period. Boom. But am I going to say here, see, brother, you used a comma where you, no, I'm not going to do that. Every little thing you do, I'm not going to point it out. Right? We're not supposed to be doing that. But how we go about doing it, sometimes that can make a big difference in somebody receiving your correction instead of rejecting it. Right? And that's a big problem in our relationships. It's the way that we address the issues, those things that need to be corrected, right? Because we go about doing it and we don't keep this in mind that I got a log in mine. I got a log in my eye. I should be able to receive correction if I'm going to dish it out. Right? And I yield with that, though.
Excellent point, huh? Excellent point. We can get to the nitty gritty of this thing. We got a few more slides left, family. A few more. All right. So now we're going to drop the counterfeit. We're going to really talk about some things. Love versus lust. Lust asks, what is in it for me? It's selfish. Lust is very selfish. Me. I want. In a relationship, are you going to lust and have a desire over the person that you want to be with and you're talking to and courting? Of course, it's going to be there. But you're taking this individual for lust, and eventually you lay with them only because of lust. Love asks, What can we build? Means it's gonna be levels and stories. Hey, some of the building got to be taken down and reconstructed in a marriage. It says lust consumes, love serves, because love is gonna be a service. Just how Christ gave his life, that was a service. Just how the woman has to submit, that's a service. So a lot of times we get caught up in lust in the courtship, and you think lust is love.
Mm-hmm.
That puppy love phase, that's lust. Because there's no growth there. Y'all just having a good time, ignoring red flags, loving the green flags. You know, y'all both into who you think they are, but the real person hasn't come out to see, can I spend the rest of my life with this person, have kids with them, and love?
That's important. Salakia.
Go ahead.
That's the point I want. Like, start looking at that person and ask yourself, beyond the lust, do you care about this person's salvation? They have to walk through the gate alone. We get it. We can get every scripture that says that. But do you care where they go when they pass, man? Are you willing to cultivate an environment for them to build upon that? Or is this just, she looks well, he looks good, this person's popular, that person's popular? Salaki, let's get Jeremiah 9:23. Let's get Jeremiah 9:23. I'm gonna read down to 24. Bob Kasha.
Hold on one. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Salakia. Now, obviously, these are characteristic traits of a man that you probably wouldn't be interested in or shouldn't be interested in. But you got to look at the ways of the world right now and what's promoted, and you have to be able to tell yourself: is this what you want in a just man, in a righteous man? Is it just because of his notoriety amongst the nation as well, not just in the world? Is it because the way that he looks? We've been harping on this a lot. He's always, you know, his phylacteries are down to the floor, man. Fringes to the floor. He's got fringes on he got a leather jacket with the fringes down the sleeve. This brother's, you know, he's always loud and teaching and boisterous. Is that something that attracts you? Is that something you want to look for in this man? Read verse 24.
Verse 24.
This is the characteristic trait that he needs to have. Read.
But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
That he understandeth and knows the Most High. Read.
That I am the Lord which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth.
Read.
For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Fruits of the Spirit, man. I yield. Fruits of the Spirit.
And Salaki, so
go ahead.
This is kind of where we were talking earlier about the difference between desire and lust.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes when it's lust, it's fueled by objectifying that person. Wanting, like it says, what's in it for me? You're looking to use this person for your own personal gain or satisfaction. However, when it comes to love and you desire, because it's natural to desire that person. You're not wrong for desiring that person, but that desire, the reason why it builds, because it implies that you guys have a mutual interest in this. It implies that you're planning to stay there and dwell there. And actually you care, like the brother said, you care about this person's salvation and their walk and their journey on a daily basis. You know, even after the activity of lust has transpired, are you still as dedicated, as motivated, as interested in being or showing up for this person every single day? You know, and when you think about the vows that are common in marriage. What do they say? Till death do us part. Sick and in
Mhm.
for rich or poor. You know, though the reason of that is to show you, well, is to, I guess, show the difference between if you're there for lust or if all the things that you desire that you technically get from it go out the window today, are you still there for that person because you care about their soul and their spirit? You know,
Real, huh?
and I'm gonna tell you, it takes a while to develop. You may not be like, bro, it's not that deep. I don't even know this person yet. Great. Well, one of the things that I guess will be allowed to develop over time is that true desire for someone, and it'll also let you know, no, this was kind of lust. I've been around them a couple times, and it's just not there. I just liked them at first, but nah, I'm straight.
Yeah. Watch this. Signs lust is leading. Relationship moving too fast. Relationship is moving too fast, man. Constant sexual conversation. That's how you know for a fact lust is leading. Secretive behavior, loss of spiritual focus. Lust blinds judgment. Lust blinds judgment. This is the lust test. If you take away the physical attraction from this individual, right? You take away the physical attraction from this individual. Would you marry their core values, their faith, their character? And if not, you're just lusting after them.
That's right.
If you take away the beauty, because the beauty is the add-on, that's the best part.
Yeah.
But if you take that away and you just evaluate character, faith, doctrine, right? Values, who they are as a person, their kindness, their attitude, that the person you want to be with forever? That's how you deal with the lust situation. Because guess what? We're no fools, and we've all been there. Lust is it's gonna be there. It's inevitable. We understand that, but we're trying to convince you or tell you don't make a decision off of lust. Give me Proverbs 6:25. And give me Job 31:1.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse number 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
That's what's gonna happen. The same way. Right here about to be taken. He got the Gucci. He done came swagged up. Fly. Everybody about to be taken with some attractiveness tonight. Y'all allow him to take you home. All right, that's what happens, sis. Too. You go for those worldly men. That's what he's trying to do. All right, he hear those scriptures. Sure, yeah. Girl, spiritual. She know the Bible. She was that Hebrew Israelite. She wear a dress, modest. Yeah, okay. Again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying you have to be more careful. Because lust can definitely blind there, because all I have to do is act like I'm into it. That's it.
Yep.
I just gotta act like it for a little bit. I got my things on the side. I'm still in the world. Just act like I'm into what you into. And I get you late night like this, and then it's over with. All right. Lust cannot lead, man. Give me that's all right. I mean Job 31.
It's the book of Job, chapter 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes.
You said what?
I made a covenant with mine eyes.
See, Job is saying he's making a covenant with his eyes. That means he's not looking for somebody beautiful, but he's not going to make a ill-advised decision off just what he sees. Can I be honest? That's what David did.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's read that. Hold that, Daniela. And let's get David's account. What is that? First Samuel what? 2 Samuel 11. Try that. Start at the top.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 1.
Start at 2. Let's get to the point.
Verse 2. And it came to pass, as in an evening tide, that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house.
Mm-hmm.
And from the roof, he saw a woman washing herself.
Uh-huh.
And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
She's great.
She knew David was out there.
She knew David was watching.
She knew.
Right. He always be chilling up there. You know what I'm saying?
She know. Time of day. She knows. She knew.
Now she over there. She washed. Read.
And David went and inquired after the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And one said, "Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?"
In that moment, David should have said right there, "Oh yeah, okay. He got him one. He got him a nice one." But she can't bathe right. She can't wash there. But I got him a nice one. Got him one. It's fair to say. But because of beauty, what did David do? Read.
And David sent messengers and took her. And she came in unto him, and he lay with her.
That's it right there. Off of pure beauty.
Yeah.
So off of beauty, you'll lay with the woman. You will lay with a brother. And this is even worse because Bathsheba was married.
Yes.
And they told David, and she obviously knew she was married. So you can see how beauty could cause you to make lust can cause you to make an ill-advised decision. Lust blinds judgment.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep.
When lust is driving, all red flags. He couldn't even. The red flag for David was she's married. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Let's get
lust blinds the judgment.
Salakia, precept. Then you can
Love,
break it down.
Love usually can wait a little bit, but lust, it demands it now. Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Bring out precept out.
Kind of the one. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Verse 17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit,
yep,
and the spirit against the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
You can't have both. If you're walking in lust, you're doing what is opposed to God. I'm talking about in the courtship. If the courtship is led by lust, you're going to make a decision that is based off lust and based off sex. So you married this woman solely off sex. Have we seen that work? Seen it happen a couple times, many times. I know a lot of brothers, actually. Not a lot, but a few.
Salakia, there was. Go ahead, Adonai.
But guess what? We know many more that did that and that did not work.
Mm-hmm.
Many. Because you just don't know this person.
Yeah.
You just don't know this person. So you're getting into a relationship with somebody you have no idea who they are. And now it's, do we move in together? What do we, we had a finance talk, but we didn't have it was like jokey. We didn't get down to the nitty gritty. We didn't talk about goals and aspirations of a marriage. We didn't talk about the things that we listed in the, you didn't get everywhere. You didn't get to see the true person and their intentions and who they are when they're mad and tired and angry and embarrassed. You didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
So now you've married and slept with the representative, but guess what? Gotta be off quick as soon as you move them in. Because that's what they say in the world. That's how you know a person. Move them in.
Sure.
Quick. You know them quick. And then you'll really find out what you don't like about them. Because those little things grow into big things. And you mad at the little thing, but all the other things haven't got addressed. Just take your time. You got to be more patient in this court phase. All right. It's another big one, man. Another big. This should be a non-negotiable for both parties, but I'm more speaking to the woman. Put the woman on game. Your sexual boundaries have to be non-negotiable, sis. Kevin Samuels used to say this. Men holds the key to the relationship. Women hold the key to sex.
It's facts.
If a man wants to be with you, he gonna be with you. If a woman wants to sleep with you, she gonna sleep with you. If you want to be with a man that doesn't want to be with you, you're not gonna be with him. Trust me. And for the brother, if you want to sleep with a woman and she ain't chose up on you, it probably ain't happening. That's what he meant by that. So our women have to protect their sexual boundaries. That doesn't mean women don't try to take advantage of men in the truth either. That's not what we're saying. But a lot of times it's usually the other way. But I've seen the other way. A woman will come over and you the quarterback and you the all-star, or you the brother that's reading you in the limelight, and she wants you. I know how to get him. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna clean his house. And I'm gonna cook, smelling good, and I'm gonna tease him a little bit to I'm gonna make myself so irresistible that the next time he see me, he can't resist me. We know the games too. And 9 times out of 10, y'all games work. So the sexual boundaries, they gotta stay. Boundaries protect wisdom. The closer people move toward temptation, the harder discernment comes. Never allow lust to overrule judgment. That's what happens a lot of times. Lust will overrule your judgment. You gotta take the blinders off. Do I really like this person? I said something. So do I even care about their salvation?
Yeah.
Because when it's going bad, you'll see how quick you don't care about their salvation. This woman is wicked. She need to die in the world. See how you go to this woman's off. This brother wicked as hell. He a hypocrite. Now you don't care about his salvation. You need to kick him out. I'll be. You stop caring about. As soon as it goes bad, left, salvation stuff goes out the window. They are wicked as hell. The Most High need to deal with them. Or you're gonna say the Most High gonna deal with you. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna tell them. Most High gonna deal with you. You wicked as hell. I should have never got with you. Yeah, because you allow lust to overrule the judgment. And then you did the opposite of Tobit. You took the sister for lust. Take her for lust, man. My brother got anything on that? I think that's straightforward. We got to protect those sexual boundaries. Now, we teach at SOT sex is marriage.
Yes.
We teach that. A lot of brothers can say they don't teach that, but even when I evaluate their protocols, they even teach that. Right? Brother is teaching that. If you lay with someone, you got 2 options. Get out or go marry them legally. What are you trying to tell me then? We lay together, we got to be together.
Yes.
You got to either get out and be with them or go marry them legally. Well, we just say, hey, y'all is together. So we got to put more respect on the scriptures and control our sexual desires. We understand it. Hey, listen, I'll be the first to tell you it's not easy. It's definitely challenging in certain aspects of the courtship, but we have to put a more emphasis on making, like I said, making sex sacred again. We've been so, you just, our people are so overly sexualized in this society now, it's like it's nothing to see someone with a bathing suit or a crop top or nothing on. They got just tape on their breast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Men everywhere with their shirt off. It's a norm now. So we got to make it more righteous again. We got to make marriage righteous again. We got to make marriage honorable again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're leading with lust, it's not honorable. It's sexual. Brother, got anything on that?
I don't want.
Bottom one.
Oh, go back to that Job 31. I want to finish that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Job 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Why then shall I think upon a maid?
Yep. Read.
For what portion of God is there from above?
Yep.
And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high?
Come on.
Is not destruction to the wicked, a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity?
That's right.
Doth not he see my ways and count all my steps?
Why are we reading this? Because the Most High knows your intentions. The Most High know you playing with the daughter of Zion or with this brother that's trying to be scripturally. He knows your intention.
Yeah.
So you got to be real with yourself, like we read in Proverbs, right? 27, like the reflection in the water. You got to be real with yourself, yo, man. I just need to smash something. You got to be real, and you got to go to counsel about that. I haven't had it in a while, or you got to be able to talk to that sister or that brother about it, yo. Man, haven't been in a relationship for 4 years, and I'm really attracted to you. And every time I come up, we gotta. That means we can't be alone.
Yeah.
We really want this thing to try to work. Like before it gets you down the road and you got 2 kids, families hate each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. You want brothers and sisters to be happy, man. You want brothers and sisters to be truly happy. Right. Give me go to 1 Thessalonians. First Thessalonians 4 and 3.
Count on one. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor.
See, you got to know how to possess your vessel. That means you got to understand your boundaries and understand what's too much for you. Because 9 out of 10, the first time you usually make the right, you're like, nah, chill. Somebody make the right choice the first time. Then second, third, fourth, yeah, man, listen, you're not going to keep playing with me. That's how brothers and sisters think.
Yeah.
Look, you're not going to keep playing with me. But that's your pride. Oh, I got him. That's how Satan gets you. Now you think you're being played with. Nah, she's trying to get you, or he's trying to get you, sis. So you gotta have that self-control over your own vessel. Read on.
Not in the lust of concupiscence.
Right? Not in the lust of concupiscence.
Yeah.
Even as the Gentiles, which know not God.
See, but they allow that. Yo, man, just what I don't Mike. I said, hey, drive the car, test the car before you take it, drive it. That's the worldly thing. Hey, man, you gotta figure it out. Same thing in the world. 3 months, less than that. I done had sex, everything. Scriptures kind of you gotta be patient. Man. The lifetime decision you're making, and you're making it over lust. All right, let's keep going. Now we adulting right here. Important conversations. You need to be having these. We mentioned a few of these earlier in the first video, but you need to make sure you're having these, like a reiteration of this. Doctrine. We already know, sis, multiple wives.
Yeah.
We already know.
Salaki, I don't want. Then it's the same thing for the brother too. If he finds some kind of traits that he don't like, Maybe another wife will fill that whatever that void is.
Yeah, that's how brothers get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You only getting another wife to fill void. The hell is wrong with you? That's a big responsibility for some boy. You have another, you gonna need another one. Because there's more void coming.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
All
It's a
right.
lot
So
here.
go ahead.
I don't know if we're gonna touch. I don't want to be too long with it. Going to counsel and importance of counsel.
Yeah, bring it.
Can we get Proverbs 15 and 22, Barbara Kashar, real quick? I think we forsake counsel so much in our nation, man. I think it's the men who are set up to counsel, who are leaders of your organization, or men of you just in general that you hold wise and you confide in. We put them in such a tough position based on the timing of when we bring certain issues during courtship up, whether it's before, during, after, or just everyday life, because we think we got it, man.
Yeah.
I'm teaching myself. I remember vividly the counsels I received from men on this panel, and the thing that keeps coming to my mind was, you don't got it, and that's okay. That's okay. The time that you choose to reach out is very important on the type of counsel you give. Because like I don't want Yaquab was saying that we go to counsel for bad things. We don't go to counsel when something's going good. We don't go. I'm doing well with this Ottawa. This is going really. I'm really good in the spirit. I'm dealing with my finances. I'm courting this sister. I'm courting this man. I met the parents. They're involved. We never go to counsel when it's good.
Mm-mm.
We don't go to counsel when, hey, we've been courting for a year. We've been courting for 2 years. The family's on board. I have a relationship with the father, the mother. We want to get married. The counsels are always when something has become too much to bear, and the parties want to separate and go the other way. And then you get counsel to come in, and you got these men are trying to put together a puzzle with pieces missing. Like you dumped the puzzle piece on the table, right? Then you took about 10 of the pieces and you put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then you walked away like they never gonna put this puzzle together. That's what you do to your counselors, man. You put them in a tough position, so the whole tone of the counsel changes. Now they have to counsel you more harshly when they want to love on you and congratulate you and encourage you to do better and to keep going, and then teach others the same way and be an example. Just read Proverbs 15, Barbara Shaw.
Count on one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 22.
Read.
Without counsel, purposes are disappointed.
Salakia, what are your purpose? What was your intentions on wanting to pursue a marriage with someone? Go ahead and read.
But in a multitude of counselors, they are established.
Yeah.
You find safety in talking to multiple men. Develop relationships with men that you feel that are wise, that are just, upright, and just have them fill them in on things that you're dealing with, what you want to accomplish, things you're struggling with, and then they'll give you scriptural advice, and then you write them down, take notes, and then apply them. And then things get easier. They get better. They should be. That should be the order of things. I yield. I don't know. Counsel is important. We got to be able to choose the right time to go to counsel and bring forth issues before they become too much to bear. And then brothers is sitting listening to the counsel when they have to determine who's lying, who's telling the truth, who's hiding things. How many counsels are we gonna have to need with this brother and his sister to resolve this problem? Do they want to resolve it? It makes it bad, man. It muddies the waters and kind of takes away the whole purpose of the courtship in general. Like, what do you need to go to counsel for every single thing? No. If the sister don't put the toothpaste cap back on in the bathroom, probably don't need to go to counsel for that.
No.
If the brother don't take his shoes off when he come in from the house, he don't come home from work, you probably don't need to go to counsel for that. That's just a conversation that needs to be had.
Mm-hmm.
But when things get beyond that, salvific issues, obviously, sins, secrets, definitely go to counsel for those things. But it's just the timing and putting your counselors in positions to guide you in the right direction before it gets worse. I yield on one.
Right. And that's why we said these are important conversations.
Mm-hmm.
That fits with doctrine. Hey, children, how are we going to raise the children? If we decide to have them, do we want children? That's a conversation. Finances, that's a big one. That causes a lot of divorces in the world. One manage money well and one doesn't. Both or don't manage money well. Family involvement, another huge one. How involved are the in-laws going to be in your marriage and relationship? The roles and responsibilities y'all play. One might be the breadwinner, and one might need to be like the accountant. One works and one doesn't. Both work. How are we gonna manage the children? Like you gotta talk about who's gonna pick the kids up. You come home, you cooking and I'm cooking. These conversations have to be had on how are we gonna handle these situations when they come about. And what do you really want? Go ahead, Cap.
And to that point, that's going to change and morph over the course of the relationship. It's not like you discuss it one time and that is what it is, and it's always now going to exist regardless of the scenario.
Yeah.
These are good guardrails and guidelines on how it may start, but that's an open line of communication that you have to just keep available to y'all, because the situation is going to change.
Yeah, because hey, somebody could lose their job. You had kids. That's another thing, right? Different things start happening. So, like the captain said, you got to keep starting this conversation is the best thing, because you open that line of communication. We understand. Okay, now, hey, babe, the roles have changed. It was this. Now we got to do this. Hey, Lord, I lost my job. Okay, what you gonna stay home with the kids for a little bit? Yeah, and then I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. All right, can brothers hear me?
Kind on one.
Okay, time. Right, conflict resolution. You got to talk about that. How do we resolve conflict? Right. Are we gonna discuss it? Are we gonna wait a little bit? Are we gonna go to counsel first? We're gonna talk about it, then go to counsel. You want to had conversations like this to prepare you for success. Like the captain said, all of this will change. In 5 years, it'll change. In 10 years, it'll change. Down the road, as you all grow, kids, move together, buy things together, all those will change. Right, and then long-term goals. We put this in red. Silence creates assumption. Anything you don't talk about, your mind inevitably is going to assume something. Yeah. And assumptions can lead to disappointment because you assume something and that's not what the individual did. So it's best to talk about the thing than assume they're gonna get it. You should not be going into your marriage off assumptions. You want to be done had the conversation. Right? Emphasize and compromise. That's a big one. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Winding down. Hey, the big one, the money conversation. You have to discuss debt. How much debt do you have? Because when we come together, your debt is mine. Are we going to pay mine off first? Yours off first? You got $30,000 in debt plus a $30,000 card. That's $60,000 debt you're bringing into this relationship. All right. Spending habits. Are we right? It was just you before. You was eating out all the time. You weren't able to save. Financial roles. Goes back to that breadwinner. Yes. Who's bringing in the most? How do we disseminate the money? Do we have different accounts? Money goes here, here, and here. Are we discussing this? Are we discussing finances and spending habits? Joint bank accounts. Filing taxes together. You understand? These are important conversations to have. Obviously, you're probably not doing this in the first month of courting, obviously. But as things get a little bit closer, and you're like, this is who I could potentially I see myself with this person. You're gonna start having these conversations. Financial goals. How much do we need in the savings account? We're gonna probably need to buy a house. We're gonna need to buy a car. Do I want our kids in taekwondo or playing sports or whatever? You gotta have money for that. So there has to be a set apart things. There comes sacrificing self now. Credit. How's your credit?
Yeah.
All right. We both got bad credit. Are we gonna buy anything? Our down payments are gonna be through the roof. Not a down payment, your monthly payments, your interest rate rather.
Both.
Be both, all three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said get Ecclesiastes 12 and 7 and 12. These are conversations you must have. You must discuss the money. Financial stress destroys many marriages.
This is good.
You look in the bank account and you got the joint and money's always gone. Then you look in the closet, Jordans. Brother, what are you doing? Or you looking in the bank account Monday through Friday, breakfast she bought out, lunch she bought out, a second lunch she buying stuff for coworkers. Hold on, you sending money to friends. Wait, this is our money.
Yeah.
You forget, like in the world they teach you his money is my money, but her money ain't his money. No, not in the truth. All of this is our money. We have to finance this well. Somebody find a scripture where Solomon says, a wise man leaves money for his kids' kids. And I'll read that Ecclesiastes 7.
What's that song?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse number 12. For wisdom is a defense.
Yep.
And money is a defense.
Right.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
That's right. So you might have money, but you have no wisdom. You don't know how to utilize the dollar. You don't know how to utilize credit. Right. And when we teach ourselves, man.
Yes.
These is conversations. Hey, this conversation a lot of us probably skipped. Like,
for sure. Kind of
about that one. I mean, we had to grow and be married and counsel marriages, and that's an important conversation, the money conversation, because you'll be putting money into bags with holes. Let's get that in Haggai 1 and 6. Somebody found that proverb.
Count out of one.
Bring it out now, y'all.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
Right. So you want to be leaving an inheritance for your children's children. This courtship, you should all you want to be the ones in the truth to try to stop the cycle of bringing your children into a life of debt. Right. You want to stop that cycle or bringing them. There's no life insurance. There's no Roth IRA. There's no savings for your children. You want to be able to create that for them.
I don't want. So might
not be for your children's children, but at least for your children. All right. Go ahead, officer.
No, I just want to add on. We've grown so accustomed to doing things backwards in the world. Normally, the children come first, and then maybe we get married, then we move in, and then the marriage is usually the last pillar.
Step.
That's the last thing. Then finances, then kids' futures, and then everything else that we mentioned that should be discussions in the courtship. It's been backwards for so many years, man. And this is how we rebuild our nation, is to consider the structure of our households and how it should be. The foundation should always be the Most High. I think that's. Can I get Sirach 27 and I believe that's 3, verse 3.
Let's bring it out.
Just how we avoid these conversations down the road. We swallow our pride and we understand that these things need to be said. We need to have these conversations.
This scripture. All right, 27 and 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown.
All right. And this is going into Jake. This is going into the responsibilities of the man, but this also applies to the sisters as well. If you don't hold yourself diligently in the ways of the Most High, you have no conscience. You have no conscience. You have no humility about your actions that you take. Your household falls apart. You cannot build a foundation on straw. It must be built on concrete, man. It's got to be concrete slabs, man, built around your foundation to hold the weight of your lives. It has to be that way. It will crumble, man. So I yield there.
Excellent point. Brothers got anything on that? Anything else? I guess straight.
Hey, Salaki, I don't.
Go ahead, Cal.
I don't have nothing on this, but I'll just give you the heads up. I'm about to head. Better get ready for camp. And,
Okay.
I love y'all, brothers, man. Love y'all, family. Shalom.
Right. Love you, fam. Shalom. Salaki, I'm still holding Haggai 1 and 6 if you want to bring that up.
Yeah, bring that out. Bring that out. Forgot about that one.
Count out one. It's the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
Yep.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Yep.
And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Yeah, you gotta understand how to deal with the money. Right? The eating out, you gotta slow that down. So you got the highest internet bill. You don't have to change your phone every year. The new iPhone come out to where you're just in a cycle of never paying a phone off. You're leasing phones. That's what they got you, man. They got you, and just you lease a phone for a year just to get a new one.
Salakia. Also with the money situation, I think that caused a lot of issues. Say you all are consummated in your marriage, when you cannot afford the small or what you believe are the necessities, man, that cause so many problems, whether that be groceries or you want a reliable vehicle, transportation, schooling for your children, your house, repairs that you need to, maybe your house is a fixer-upper, it's not move-in ready. You got cracks in the foundation, you got lawn work. It causes so many issues, man. If you're not financially able to take care of yourself first, which is why counsel is important, you cannot sustain a wife and children. You cannot. You cannot.
That's why it goes back to the self-examination. You gotta self-examine. How do you manage money? And then it's hard to just flip. You don't flip the switch and change. It comes with progress. It comes with trying and practice. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna bring that into the relationship.
That's right.
Right. Hey, let's get another big one. The family conversation.
Yeah.
Another big one. Questions. How involved will parents be? Every problem you going to your parents. That may be a little bit too involved. Right? The in-laws making major decisions for the both of y'all. He said man should leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Instead of asking his wife, he go back to mama.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't get advice from your mom. Same thing with the sister, but you cleave to your wife. What boundaries will exist? Then we talked about who expresses these boundaries. When the boundaries get broken, do I gotta talk to your dad?
Yeah.
Can you talk to him? Can you talk to my mom? Do I need to talk to him? Are you concerned when the boundaries get broken? You hear that a lot. Oh, he didn't defend me. He didn't take up for me when his mom was cursing me out. That might be a bad situation anyways to go into, right? Because you don't just marry or get into a covenant with that individual, you also marry your in-laws.
Yes.
You all become family. Right? Observe them with their parents. How does he treat his mom? How is he with his father? A father in his life? Who's his father figure? He don't got one. Red flag. Sis, where's his father? How is that relationship? They don't talk at all. That's okay. We understand that. Who's his father figure? Who is he getting his advice from? Who is he getting counsel from? He don't got one. Red flag. Can't tell him nothing. Nobody can tell him anything. Because where's the wisdom coming from? Not saying that's a bad person, but that's a red flag. He has to get counsel from somewhere. Somebody got to be able to tell him something when you can't.
Yeah.
Same thing with the sister. She talked to her mom, or the mom. She see her cussing out the husband. Well, what you think you gonna be? What you might get? Because the scriptures already told you, as the daughter, so is the mother.
That's right.
And the father, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Okay. So you got to observe them with their parents. Are they loving? Were they in a loving and nurturing relationship? Is that relationship toxic? Right? Have they healed from it? Are they still looking for daddy? Are they still looking for mommy?
Yes.
Right? Was it abusive? Have they suffered abuse? All these things, those aren't necessarily red flags, but you want to observe and have these conversations. So you know what you're getting into, and when a trigger happens or an argument happens, you can, that was that trigger. Right, that was a trigger from this, or that's how your mom acted when your dad did something. You know what I'm saying?
Car.
You want to be able to, just how they came together, Isaac and Rebecca, then they did a ceremony. That's what the ceremony is for. For the coming together of the in-laws.
Right.
But you said it right. We do it backwards. We done had sex, had a baby, surprise in-laws. Now we're gonna get married 10 years later.
I don't know.
We're doing it backwards. It says unspoken expectations become future arguments.
Right.
So there needs to be boundaries, and you need to have to set expectations with the family or deal.
Yeah, especially because your spouse cares about all parties involved. They care about their family. They love their family,
of course,
just like they love you. So it's going to be a touchy subject regardless, and especially for brothers who are seeking out a wife. 9 times out of 10, their father or the men in their family, they look at them as their possession. That's my baby. That's my this. That's my that. And so they're going to become very protective over that person, even when their behavior is out of order, out of line. They're still going to be protective of thinking, well, they're mine to do that, and who are you to tell me what to do with mine? It's no different than, I mean, you can imagine someone telling you how to behave with your children. Even though there's an opportunity for you to improve there, you're still not going to be too willing to hear what someone has to say about telling you how to deal with your child. So a way to really get ahead of this is to have those conversations. Like the brother said, understand when a boundary gets crossed, what's the protocol? Are you going to now approach your family and say, you know what, I need you to respect this? Am I going to need to do it? Because you know now that if I do it, now there's all these other elements and variables that are in the way. This one cannot be overstated. And even like I mentioned last week, even from a health perspective, you need to look at the habits or the health records of that family. Granted, of course, you can't get the actual health records, but you can kind of start to inquire about what diseases or things they may have going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real. Hey, this is real deal. These are real conversations in the courting phase that need to be had. Because you're marrying the in-laws too. They're going to be involved. How they raise the child and how they're involved with the babysitting children.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. Imagine your wife, you know, instead of getting advice from you first, she go to her dad and then come to you second. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the dad's fault. He might not even know that's going on, but that's what she's doing because that's what she's used to with the dad in her life.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to just be mindful. You want to have these conversations. Be mindful of the conversation. Now let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the conflict test. How do they respond when disagreement comes? Do they listen, attack, manipulate, shut down? Conflict reveals maturity.
Yes.
You said this earlier. How the furnace and the potter's vessel. So conflict, right? Paraphrasing. Do they listen, understand first, and then rebuke?
Yes.
Do they attack? Point the finger. They don't want to hear it. They want to tell you your problems. We talked about that. The victim. They become the victim. That's why they're attacking. Do they manipulate you? Person good with words. They know how to. You're telling them something that they did, but they know how to manipulate them into like, oh, that's not that bad, or you're tripping. Like they won't acknowledge you. It's like they're playing with your mind. Do they shut down? Just get quiet. They don't want to talk. Shut all the way down. Right? They become like a void space.
Conflict avoidance.
Yeah, conflict avoiding. They don't want to have the conversation. That's better. They don't want to have the conversation. Right? They avoid the conversation. They avoid counsel.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shutdown. Right? When it's good, but they ain't trying to have the tough conversation. These is conversations we gotta have. Right? Scripture say, "Do nothing without advice."
Right,
I think we got 5 more slides. Let's get up out of here, family.
Con.
Can we suffer together?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Most people ask, "Can we have fun together?" That's what everybody asks. Wisdom asks, can we suffer together? Give me the scripture where wisdom is with you in your crooked ways. Like Proverbs 4 and 7, I think. I mean, not Proverbs 7.
Right.
Yeah. Wisdom asks, can we suffer together? You got to observe them or watch them when money is tight, stress is high, plans fails, life hurts, marriage is tested by storms. Marriage is going to be tested by storms. Go ahead, Al.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, and verse number 17.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. For at the first, she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline.
Yep.
Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
That's how you're going to be tested in the marriage. Not saying you should do exactly, but that means, guess what? Trials and tribulations are going to come with both individuals. Can we get through those together?
Yeah.
Look at Abraham and Sarah. When they say Abraham had to lie, they had to suffer through that.
Yeah.
Look at Jacob. He had to suffer through that. 7 years. Didn't get the one he wanted. Waited again. He had to suffer through it. You got to be able to suffer through it. And it sounds so hard, but you got to take it with joy. That's the hardest part. We forgot about that one. Count it all joy. And them trials come. Forget, boy, that I think that's the hardest scripture to teach. How? We do not like each other right now. I am not joyful. It's just the fact of the matter. We don't like each other right now. How do we count this with joy? Because the Most High gave you something. It's just a little shaky right now. The Most High gave you something precious. You had started a family with, courted for a while. You know what I'm saying? Been years. But that's what the marriage is about. The marriage is about being tested. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of fact, it's not, it doesn't have to be, it's going to be tested. But guess what can help the test? Especially during the quarter phase, having conversations that we've had. No assumptions. That's where it gets shaky. You start assuming in that relationship, and you assume that they're gonna suffer like this, or they're gonna be like this during this situation. And you assume the thing, and it's not the case. Right?
Kind of on Salakia.
Go ahead,
Can we get James 1? Let's read verse 1 all the way to verse 3, down to verse 3.
Let's look at James chapter 1 and verse 1.
Read.
James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
Read.
My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptation.
Salakia, count it all joy, as the other one was saying. He was paraphrasing. Count it all joy when you find the diverse temptations. Salakia. So when hardships happen, they usually expose your true character and how you really feel about certain problems and how you deal with them. Some people quit. Some can be spiritually mature and endure through those things. Right? Then you have questions that you ask yourselves, like, or that you can ask the other party. How do they handle past disappointments? Mm-hmm. Do they abandon certain commitments? Does this brother do what he say he's going to do and I can see it? Or is this something he says on the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning because he knows I want to hear it? Or is this something the sister says when it's a feast day and she wants to appear as if she can be a helpmeet? So I'll go hand out a few plates. I'll ask brothers if they need anything. Is that who she truly is? Mm-hmm. Or do they blame everyone else when things happen, or do they learn from that adversity? That's important. Go ahead and read verse 3. This is what it builds when you can endure through these temptations. This is what it builds, because you need this in a courtship. This is important. Read.
Count on 1. Verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
You need patience to get through this thing, man. You need patience. You need to allow things to unfold, adjust accordingly, and then apply whatever scriptural guidance you receive and be that sincerely every day, no matter who's looking, what feast day you're at, what stage in the courtship you are at, where you are in your walk, how long you've been in the truth. Patience, man. Patience. I yield on one.
That's right, man. It's so easy. Think about it, family. It's so easy to prosper with someone, but your marriage will be tested when hardship comes. Yeah. And the test is going to be: do you all want to remain together? Yeah. That's the question. When the hardship comes, it is so easy to be happy when everything is going right, but who do you all become in the marriage when it gets tough? This is what you want to be observant in the courtship. You don't just want to look for somebody you can celebrate with, party with, turn up with, go on vacation with, go on cruises with. You want to look for someone that you're willing to suffer with and grow with. Like, give me one in Ruth. Give me Ruth 1:16. She said, what she said, wherever you go, I go. I got it, vice versa.
Where do you want to start on?
Start at 1 and verse 16.
Oh, Slovakia. It's hard in front of you right now.
They can't find the book of Ruth.
No, my page is sticking together. That's all that is. Oh my goodness.
Somebody bring it up. Ruth 1 and verse 16.
All right.
Give me a Mario.
This the book.
Uh-huh.
Ruth. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up.
Ruth 1 and verse 16.
Mhm.
Book of Ruth, chapter 1 and verse 16. And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God.
Why did I bring this scripture up? Because there's uncertainty there. When you go into a marriage, there's going to be, your hardship is usually due to uncertainty. Things start to happen that you didn't expect. Little uncertainty, but through it all, you're willing to go through the hardship together. You got to be able to take on the uncertainty together. That's the point of that scripture. What did Paul say? You got to bear one another's burden.
That's
You
right.
got to listen. 99% of the problems will happen if you just listen. Just listen. Just listen to what they're trying to tell you. Right? But if you can't suffer together, it's going to be hard for y'all to grow together. And only time will tell. So you want to be able to, observe these things during the courtship. When money's tight, stress is high. They lose a loved one. Who do they turn into? Right? They lose their job. What happens? What happens? Family members, they fall out. What happens? Got to be able to, see who they become when temptation arises in their life, because temptation is coming in this marriage. Satan is perfect. He's going to bring it. And how they acted throughout those courses, what it's going to be. They remain spiritual. Did they become worldly? That's how you're going to determine it. Not saying we perfect, not saying, we're not going to make mistakes in judgment, but you just want to be observant of that. Here's another big one. When to walk away.
Yes.
The intention is to be married, but if you see that it's not working, probably should walk away. Number one, when the person don't want you. You ever chase somebody that just does not want you?
Yeah.
Probably should leave that alone. You gotta keep you more persistent than them. Might not work. All right. Consider ending the courtship when trust is repeatedly broken. That goes back to that dishonesty red flag, chronic dishonesty. I leave that person alone. That's going to be in the relationship. Going to be secretive and a liar. It's coming. Don't wait on it. It's coming. Repentance is absence. Can't take correction. Can't be corrected. Any kind of abuse exists. Leave that alone. Sis and I. Verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. You don't need to go through that. That's why you courting. Nah, I'm all right. I'm cool. Nah, no disrespect. Yo, please stop texting me. Yo, I know you want block. All right. See, you'll be saying you don't want them, but you be dibbling dabbling.
Yeah.
Our advice is gonna be: if you don't want them, sis, block them. She don't want you. Leave her alone. Our people, we hate rejection. So
yes,
it makes it a little bit hard. It makes it hard. Been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
If you don't want you, boy, you persistent, boy. Don't like rejection. Manipulation exists. You don't want to be manipulated. Brothers and sisters can be manipulative. Core values conflict. That's your non-negotiables. All your non-negotiables are being broken. I don't think you want this person. That means lust is leading. Walking away is not a failure. You didn't fail. You didn't disappoint the Most High. You didn't make me upset if I make brothers instead of they put y'all two together and they thought y'all was a good match, right? Because it didn't work. No, sometimes wisdom.
Yes.
Hey, counsel. Watch this. I'm gonna add this. Counsel. Brother said, sister said, yo, that's not the one for you. What you mean? That's my you blinded.
Yeah.
I see what you don't see. That ain't the one. That's not the one. Where you found him at? He ain't the one, sis.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a hater. I want you to be happy. I know. I don't know about that one. You sure? A lot of times you can't see it. You blinded by the puppy love and the lust and what you think is in the good times. That happens. You get blinded by the good times. The bad times be terrible. Good times. The good times do what? They fill the void. So then it goes back to what we talked about earlier. You're in the first 20 slides is you went into a relationship off being lonely. That loneliness, you need a void to be felt. No one wants to be lonely, but no one wants to be in a bad relationship either. And you have to make the choice. Lonely, bad relationship. Lonely, terrible relationship. Take lonely. I think you should take lonely.
For sure. Salakia.
Go ahead.
Add on to your point, I'm gonna speak strictly for Sons of Thunder. Leadership wants brothers to have wives. They want sisters to have husbands, but it's important to have a multitude of counselors because they see things you don't see. These men is, spiritually, man. I'm teaching myself as well. It's important that you take heed to the counsel you receive from them because they have no interest outside just being your brother and your guidance. They have no interest in trying to prevent you from finding a blessing from the Most High in a wife or vice versa. They have no interest. So for you to think that it's there's some kind of carnal reason that they may not want you to marry or this brother's not right for you or this sister's, we have to stop thinking that because that happens a lot. Our pride intervenes and that's not the case. Brothers want you to have a wife and sisters, they want you to have a husband, but it has to be the right sister, the right brother. I yield on.
Excellent point, huh? Excellent point. Buddha D said something heavy, right? Say whatever you do, don't simp to get him. And sis, don't lead with sex to get him.
Yeah.
Because you better be a simp forever and you better always be ready to have sex. That's how it goes. If you lead with that, if you simp, you better be a simp forever.
Yeah.
Look out of watch.
Lead with sex, you better be on that kind of time forever.
They say if you treat her like a star, she'll treat you like a fan.
Yeah.
That's facts.
He said, get you a gold book and a goldfish in a coloring book. You don't want to be in the roof. What he said is better to dwell in a rooftop.
A contentious woman, yeah.
With a contentious woman, and who wants a lion in the household?
Yeah.
So you gotta know when to walk away. Before marriage, right? We ending it up. Two more slides, family. Discuss everything. We gave you talking points. This is not every talking point, but we gave you talking points. These talking points should lead to further conversation. Marriage should confirm what was known about the person. Do you understand what we mean by that? The marriage should confirm you married this person because you knew this about him, not reveal what was hidden. I don't know. She might be like this. He might be this way. He can become romantic. No. Not reveal what was hidden. No surprises. You don't want to go into the marriage with any surprises. Guess what, though? Over time, people are going to change. So surprises may come up, but you don't want to go into the marriage with surprises. You want to kind of know, I know the man or woman I'm about to involve myself with, and I'm gonna say I do too or whatever. I know this person. We've done this for a while. We've courted for that year and a half, even 2 maybe, and we've got to know it. We took our time and we enjoyed it, and I've got to see almost every side of this individual, and I'm pleased with what I've seen so far. I don't think this individual is perfect, but he fits for me, right? And now you can enter in something honorable. But if there are surprises, you don't know. That's why it's a surprise. You won't know, right? Give me Malachi 2:14. Marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant. Marriage is not feelings. Doing this just my feelings is something that's right. No. It's not a ceremony. I just want to have the big day.
Yeah.
Not the wedding day either. It's not about those things. Yes, those things are going to be glorious, and you should have feelings, a ceremony, and a wedding day. You should have these things. That's not the reason why you're going into the marriage covenant. Marriage is covenant, loyalty, sacrifice, and service. Right? And a lot of times where the marriage gets shaky is all of them really, but sacrifice and service. And then loyalty plays a role, and then covenant. But sacrifice, you got to be able to make those sacrifices for your spouse. You got to do service unto them, do benevolence, right? You got to care about, their emotions and vice versa, right? Yeah, major questions have to be addressed and answered before jumping the broom, quote unquote. Give me Malachi 2:14.
Another one, the book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 14. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion and the wife of thy covenant.
Yep.
And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the spirit.
Right. Read it from the top.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
God. Verse 14. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth.
That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah.
This thing is between y'all and the Lord. He's the true witness. So you got to go in this thing, the courtship, with true intentions. Right? The scripture says the Lord hated divorce. So why get all this way to do that? Make sure the intentions are true and honest during this phase, right? And it's not off lust and attractions, right? And your alternative motives. You got to be making sure you're doing this thing for the covenant, the loyalty, and the service of this thing. It should start like this. We were able to talk about it, court, and enjoy it, right? And then it goes into this. We're having that ceremony. The people are involved, right? And the families are coming together. And then, like Tobit said, we should be able to grow old and grow age together.
That's right.
But the courtship starts with the conversation and being able to have those uncomfortable conversations and checking yourself and evaluating self, and then with that person you're courting, being able to come to a conclusion of how y'all want the marriage to transpire. That's what this thing is about. All right. Let's get the last slide. Final exhortation. Do not choose because you are lonely, because you are lustful, because you feel pressure. Choose with wisdom, with patience, with discernment. Understand this. No one is perfect, but the intention is to find someone compatible for you. Read that again.
That's right.
Understand this. No one is perfect, but the intention of this lesson is so you understand how to find someone compatible for you, not sex driven, not loneliness driven, not pressure driven, compatible, so y'all can grow age together. Proverbs 19:8 says, "He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul."
Con.
So these 35 slides should be wisdom so you can love your own soul and then turn around and love somebody else.
Con, I don't want.
Anybody's got anything else they want to add? Precepts?
I don't have anything to add, man. It's a
We
great,
got
it's a great presentation. I don't want. I hope people go back and watch this, man. When we present it to the people, man, it's gonna help our nation.
We're gonna I don't know if I could put this as a link. I might could put it.
So what we'll have to do is we'll have to convert it probably to a PDF and then post the PDF in the description of the YouTube video for people.
Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do that. We'll have the general do that. We'll do it, put it in the PDF, and then put that in the description in part 1 and part 2. So brothers and sisters, whoever watched this can go back, look at it. It'll be on the Patreon. Brothers and sisters downloading. It's yours. We want marriage to be honorable again, man.
That's right.
Christ said, the Most High brought two together. Who are you to break them apart?
Yeah.
But you got to know how to come together first. You got to be having important conversations to understand how to come together and grow that marriage. Any last precepts before we get off here?
I don't want.
All right. Any questions? We'll take a few questions. It's late. Always a great class. What? All praise. Any questions? Any questions? That's right. There's no price on protecting your peace. That's really what this class was about. Like, you gotta be protecting self in the correlation, in that courtship. You gotta be in tune with yourself and knowing what you want. And be able to, and being open and understanding how to have a conversation about what you want, what you need in a relationship. Gotta be able to do that. Right. This would be great, man. We need more of these.
I don't want.
We need more Israelite weddings.
Yes.
Got married in the truth, and now we need more, brother. I've been married 40 years as an Israelite. I've been married 30 years as an Israelite. We need that.
I don't want.
It's gonna start with the courtship, and then the courtship will expand into the marriage, and then we'll have a class on marriage, Lord willing. PowerPoint.
Normalize this. I don't want.
Yeah, got to be normal. And then we looking like this,
Yes.
Out houses. My beard finally grew in. It's gray now.
Yeah. That might be a while down the road. I don't want, but it's coming in though. It's coming in.
I have no faith. None. Faith of a mustard seed. Right. The sister, she had a question. Hey, brother, answer that. That's a good question. Who can answer that?
Question solved from this one. These
classes are much needed. Our people.
Yes.
Who can answer this question? The sister said, I have a question aside from this. The new moon is a Sabbath, right? So does it mean no purchasing on it? What do brothers say?
New moon is a feast day also, correct? So Lock it. Let me find the right precept. I want to go to Psalm 81.
What does it say?
It's in Psalm 81.
Psalm 81 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it right here.
Connor, let's read that. Wabkasha.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 81, verse number 3. Bloweth the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on your solemn feast day.
So we would say that being able to purchase, if you can prepare ahead of time, obviously do so. But it is a feast day. In order for you to feast, you have to be able to go purchase food. You have to prepare the food. So that's our stance on that. I don't want if you want to add on to it.
I agree. Right. As far as purchasing food and preparing for the feast day, we don't see nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. To answer that question. Let's say you like new moon will fall on a Wednesday, you might have to go to work unless you can get it off. Like if you prepared in advance and you got the calendar and you could take all the new moons off, then all praises. But most people got to work on Wednesday or Friday or Monday or whatever day throughout the week. So you may have to work on that new moon.
So
that's what
go ahead.
we ask the Most High, in your Hawashah to have mercy there. Right? Not, but at the same time, you should want to get them off. Like if you create your own schedule, what I try to do now is I look at my schedule, I look at the new moon. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to work on new moons. Right? I'm just not trying to do it. Right. Try to avoid that if possible.
Also, Salakia, I did a Patreon lesson about this. There are laws of this land that, Title VII Act of the Civil Rights Movement, Salakia, the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1963. Do some research on that. We are allowed certain religious freedoms at the workplace that they have to lawfully abide by. If you can get an exemption letter from an elder, you can reach out to Sons of Thunder. We can point you in that right direction to get you an exemption letter, and go to your jobs and present it in front of them. They'll probably do an investigation. I can't guarantee you that they'll pay you for those days off, but they have to honor that your religion is something that you're sincere about and just had to write notarized documents to present to them, and they have to honor that. So we can get these days off as well, because Ishmael, they get off for Ramadan and other religious days that they have. The Jewish man gets off for days that they hold as well. We can do the same. Are you? I don't want.
Excellent point. Excellent point. I don't see no other questions. Right, all praises, right? We pray everybody was edified. Lord willing, we have that PDF up for you. It'll be on Patreon. It'll be a description of part 1 and part 2, and then we're gonna be back at it with some more videos, more heat for the bar for bar next week. We've got a lot of topics we've been discussing in the back too, man. It's a lot going on in the world, so we got to bring it out on the bar for bar and keep this thing going, man. So we hope everybody was edified. Hope everybody understands the importance of the courtship and the intention of courting, right? Going through it with some intention, not just off puppy love and emotions and lust, right? And you're gonna do that thing righteously so you can have an honorable marriage in the eyes of the Lord. All right. So with that, I'm Captain Yaquad.
Captain Haran.
Officer Ashar
Soldier Danyala.
We are the sons of the Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom, family.
Shalom. Open your Bible. Not feelings. Not tradition. Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Bar for bar. You quoting opinions, I'm quoting the word. Isaiah 28, did you read what you heard? Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Line upon line. Line upon line. If it ain't in the book, then it ain't divine. 2 Timothy say, rightly divide. So why you twisting scriptures to fit your pride? We ain't here to argue emotional fame. We here for the covenant law in the name. Deuteronomy 28 still apply. Tell me who fit the curses, don't lie. Scattered abroad, but we waking up now. Nation of kings, we remembering how. Not church, all the Torah precision. Give me the verse, not your television. If it not written, I'm cutting it off. Revelation 22, don't have to take off. Bar for bar, bring your scripture out. If it ain't in the word, what you talking about? Bar for bar, chapter and verse. Truth don't bend and it don't rehearse. Bar for bar. Step for step, precept. Lord, my heart, we don't neglect. Bar for bar, step for flame. All praise to Yah in his holy name. Precept, precept. Lord, my heart, we don't neglect. Bar for bar, step for flame. All praise to Yah in his holy name. You say the Lord done passed away. Matthew 5, what did he say? Not one jot nor tittle fall till heaven and earth that covers it all. You screaming grace but ignoring commands. James 2 tell you faith need hands. We ain't saved by works alone, but faith without works is a lifeless tone. Peter said judgment first in the house, so we correcting the nation now. Iron sharpening iron with heat. Proverbs 27 make it complete. We not debating for cloud of views. We here for the sheep that's needing the truth. Ezekiel 3, blood on your head if I don't want you what y'all said. Bring the scripture. Chapter.
If it's true, it stands. If it's not, it falls.
Bar for bar. Open the scroll, truth hit deep when it pierces the soul. Stand and contend, Jew 1-3, fight to the end. Open the scroll, truth hit deep when it pierces the soul. Stand and contend, Jew 1-3, fight to the end.